Alright, that is enough of that music. Now, let's get this party on. Let's get this party started, my hearties. That came out wrong, I'm sorry. Let's close that tab. So yeah, it's time for this week's stream. I have recently gone home, so I'm using my desktop, which means it is time to break out an old classic, Gitava. Hopefully this actually shows on stream, otherwise I'm going to be very sad. But probably still going to be very sad. It should be showing on screen in a moment. Weenus. You. I mean, I guess that's the thing. Okay. Now, this should be going. I always forget that face. Alright. So yeah, we're going to play some Grand Theft Auto 5 this time around. It's been a long time since I've really gotten the chance to dive into this game. I played a little bit a few days ago, but that wasn't too much, so we're going to do this. Co-com room is open, and I am in it. So if any of my co-coms are around, feel free to join. Let's check our statistics. This always did take like 5 fucking years to load. I'll be right back. Let me get a drink.
Hello. Hello.
He's quiet.
What is happening? Sub. Sub.
He probably doesn't, he's probably away from it even.
Oi. Ow.
Probably just left to let the, everything load.
Oh, okay. Let us entertain you.
Hello?
Hi. Can you make it so Jacob can also get in here too?
Oh shit. Fuck. I thought I made the room.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
God damn it, Jacob. Okay, let's fucking edit this channel real fast. 4 users now. Perfect.
4!
Alright. Ooh, congratulations, I've been awarded $250,000. I don't know
Why?
for what. Presumably because I won the lottery.
Or you can do that. That's fine, sir.
Congrats, we are now all here.
Excellent. Ah, my throat.
What happened?
Don't pull your throat.
Don't pull my... Why the fuck would I pull my throat?
I didn't say pull.
He said kill.
I heard pull.
Yeah.
Which is very impressive. How I managed to hear that, I will never know. And now to wait the inevitable 5-year lifespan needed to actually fuck... Oh, wait, no, it's loading.
What?
The thing I lost was in my pocket the whole time. That's wonderful.
Ah. God dick.
Look at what
I should probably advertise in the TCC corner that I'm co-comming with you.
Dog, out. Out, dog.
Building.
Okay, my favorite Captain Obvious phrase is when someone's complaining about something that they found in like an obvious location is, it's always in the last place you check. Well, yes, because it's the last place you check because you found it.
Alright, time to go on a grand adventure. I don't even remember why I have $250,000, but whatever.
We're going on an adventure.
Where's that hot rod that I built?
Yeah.
Because I know I had a hot rod installed recently, and I think it's around here somewhere.
Hot rod flames?
Yes, with hot rod flames.
I don't think our party's very balanced though.
Now, I would like to point out something.
There it is.
I would like to point out something. Due to both you and Fawn getting fiddling around with Streamlabs and seeing the results of that, I have gotten Streamlabs.
It's threading.
I mean,
And-
it's a really good program.
And I found a layout that I pretty much feel like I only want to use all the time. But I probably shouldn't, since the layout itself won't fit like half of the games I will play
Oh, God.
when I stream.
Well, then edit it.
Alright, where do I want to go?
You make it fit, boy.
That's actually impossible.
What do you mean it's actually impossible?
The layout is inspired by Persona 5.
Oh, dang.
So-
Are you?
I'm now just going to use that layout whenever I do anything related to Megaton. Other than that, though, I'll go back to my normal, like, Devil Survivor 2 aesthetic thing.
I mean, the red and black fits basically every Mega 10 game except Devil Survivor 2
Yes!
and
Cinematic
Persona
Cam.
4 and Persona
Really hard to
3
drive
because
in.
those are the only other games with strong color associations.
Pink!
And Persona.
Pink. All of my stuff is pink.
Remember that, everybody? When your main color scheme, if you played as the girl, in Persona 3 was pink?
You get it? It's because you're a girl. Ha! Ow, my throat.
You
all of
even
my-
get you even get an altered version of the main Persona in Persona 3.
Hey, I know we've got that other thing.
Which
So,
doesn't make any logical sense, but you know.
Hello, sir.
Actually, does it?
Don't mind me, sir. I just like to rob you blind.
Don't shoot. Take what you
Right.
It's actually kind of interesting because it's like, by technicality, because like you can just summon that version of Orpheus again. If you when
Yeah.
you're on New Game Plus, even if you're not playing as the gender that
only
that
90.
Orpheus belongs to. So in all, you can have 3 versions of Orpheus.
Man, that's
Why
giving
did I
Ethan
park
an
so
argument
far
for his
away?
money.
This was a terrible idea. Oh shit,
So,
cops are here.
So with Streamlabs, I actually all of my notifications are related to Pokemon stuff.
Go, go, go.
So like
That's
when
not surprising.
Drive!
like when new people follow me, a Poplio pops up and then it does the Poplio cry.
Amazing.
I was wondering if that was gonna
Yeah,
I
A bounty of $9,000 has been set on 2 Twink to Wink. It's a fucking great name.
that is a fucking amazing
Oh,
name.
sound came back for a second, and then it died again.
rest
Loud
in
sound.
peace.
I believe in you. Ow, car.
Your sound,
I
your
went
sounds.
I went on to Crunchyroll to look at Caligula because you know what I do that.
Oh boy, here it comes.
According to Crunchyroll, Caligula is
Oh,
a, is
oh,
a
God.
male
Oh.
idol anime. And is akin to such shows as Idolmaster Side M
Okay.
and Idolish 7, despite it, you know, not at all being like that.
Mm.
Oh, there's the audio. I was wondering where it went.
Apparently,
Don't mind me,
Caligula
I'm
is a
just playing
shoujo
some
anime.
Oh god. Oh no, tree. Oh,
And just
Thank
play
you,
some
Tree.
blocks in a blocky game.
perfect. Now let's keep going. Oh god, my hot rod. I need to fix it.
So,
Yeah.
can I point out something about my audience?
Sure. Oh god.
Please.
I've realized
Sure.
that if I just put that there's a mystery option, they will only pick the fact that there's a mystery
Ow.
option.
Yep. It's like John's
Well,
stream.
that's how basically every mystery option works. Everyone goes, gotta know what the mystery is.
You think some people would be too paranoid not to?
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. When they see what the mystery option is tomorrow, they're going to be more wary whenever that choice is on board.
I hope it's Corin.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no.
Let me put it. I'll give you a hint. What's a handheld console that's absolutely seen as the most terrible thing to ever exist, but has a decent library?
The Vita?
PlayStation Vita?
Damn.
I mean, that's what Sony thinks.
Yeah. Also, when I say terrible, I mean like it's fundamentally terrible. Like
Oh.
playing it will actually harm you. Not that it's sold poorly.
The Game
Oh,
Com?
you mean
Playing.
you're talking about the
playing-
Virtual Boy, right?
Mmm. Something from the Virtual Boy is gonna show up in my stream
Jack
tomorrow.
Bros. Jack
Oh,
Bros. It has to be
no.
Jack Bros or you're doing it wrong. It's gotta be Jack Bros.
What if he's playing Wario Land?
Oh, I'm doing it wrong.
Don't tell him what to do with his streams. You're not his real dad. That'd be kind of creepy.
Yeah, you don't know, man. I could be playing Tello Rocker, their Mario Clash, which is literally just Mario Bros, but with like a third
God,
dimension added to it, and it's actually pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
I almost want to do an episode on Virtual Boy games, just because there are
God.
legitimately good games
Yeah.
there.
Ow.
They're just stuck on the Virtual Boy.
Okay, where are we going? I guess I'm going this way. Gotta get
So,
to...
so I'm gonna be emulating this because because when I tried to play Virtual Boy, I was rendered unconscious and
Wow.
ended up on the ground.
Wow,
Wait,
you must
are
have
you-
very
are you
low
real-
tolerance
for
for
real?
anything.
But no,
Yeah.
he's referencing when I played the Virtual Boy in Japan.
Oh right, when you passed out.
But here's the
speaking-
thing.
I was actually,
Here's the thing.
I was
The
actually speaking
emulator-
from Yuri's point of view.
The emulator for Virtual Boy actually has it so that you don't have the blaring red color, nor do you have to have like 3D glasses or anything. It is just one solid color, and the color's not terrible.
Yep.
Granted,
Alright, that's
the
good.
color is purple, but it's better than bright,
Oh.
bearing red.
It's purple.
But red and black is a great color scheme, just ask Shadow. That's why the Virtual Boy is his
Have
favorite
you con-
console, at least I think.
But have you considered? But
No.
what if it was purple?
But can you do
The
that?
purple Virtual Boy.
The Purple Boy. Let's call it the Game
Purple
Boy
Boy.
Advance.
You know, people have been saying like Nintendo should like port the Virtual Boy games to 3DS with like actual color to them.
That might be cool.
Why not
Why?
just remake them straight up then?
Yeah,
Okay,
at
but
that point, why
if-
not just remake the games?
If
Also,
you're adding color to them,
why would
you may
Nintendo
as
do
well-
that now? Like,
Oops, sorry, sir. You're
that
you're all
idea
green
could
vehicle.
have come like 3 years earlier, guys.
Sorry about that, ATV guy. Sorry about that second ATV guy.
Now, like the 3DS has like a good year left in it, and after that, the Switch is gonna take over.
That's what we thought before, and then the Direct showed that it was getting more games for some reason.
Yeah, but that's the leftover remnants of, oh god, what if the Switch like follows the same thing as the Wii U?
Okay.
Make some games to make
But-
sure that there's at least something coming out on the 3DS, so we have something to fall back on.
Okay, but then they did that press release that said we're going to continue supporting the 3DS from 20...
Jacob, they also did a press release saying they
21.
wanted the Switch to be a third pillar between Wii U and 3DS. The Wii U is dead.
No, but that comment said that like as long as people keep buying the 3DS, that we'll keep trying to support it.
Ah,
So that's
okay.
the issue. Everybody stop buying the 3DS.
But I like the 3DS.
Okay, but do you need another one?
I think
Well,
it would
not yet.
depend
I've already
on...
bought a replacement.
Then I think it would actually depend on like the people buying the
What
3DS
the-
titles.
What? Oh, come on!
Okay, fair, Jacob. But
Dang
I'm just like sitting here, just like, well, when I do get my new 2DS XL,
Stupid
I will
piece of
enjoy
junk.
like playing through every game again, as well as some games that I haven't gotten to play because things with me and consoles.
Yeah. Move, you stupid car!
But that will be the last time I buy a 3DS console, period. Like, I'm not selling the next one I buy. I'm gonna keep it regardless of anything else that happens.
You stupid car!
I will die with that thing in my hands if
Go
it
big
gets
car.
Oh, hey, I actually got it out. Wow, hitting a car with a pipe wrench got it out of a tree. I'm impressed.
Okay.
I'm dying on the
what's the
ground
joke
holding the
generally?
new 2DS XL, and on the other hand, I'm holding a copy of Etrian Odyssey 5.
No, you're not. You're holding a copy of Etrian Odyssey Cross.
Okay, but I haven't played 5. That was the main thing.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
fuck. Oh,
because
God.
that
Oh,
means you
God.
died
No.
before you beat it.
Yes, that's a tragedy.
Oh, God, this got even worse.
I
No.
just I whisper Rosebud, and then everybody questions what that meant for like 5 years, and then realizes it was his sleigh.
Well, there's only one
The
thing to do in a town
sleigh
like this. I got my
was
car stuck in a
Rosebud.
lumberyard, so,
Wow, that's a reference.
Nailed it.
Todd and Harvard Yard.
now to get out of here.
I am GM.
Wow, he's actually in the stream.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's in
What?
the audience.
He's
What?
watching.
What?
He's watching,
What?
and it just says amazing because I got my car out of a tree by smacking it with a wrench.
Isn't
I mean,
it
it works
also
in
on fire? No, it's not.
I
That
mean,
was
Blow
just
it up.
that worked
that was
in
just
Dirt
a
Jam.
moss.
And then the guy fell out of the boat.
It's just the NOS, everybody. Let's calm down for a second.
Okay, I'm just gonna steal this car, then I'll call my mechanic to get me one of my other cars down.
You know how bad I've seen the physics for Grand Theft Auto 5 and cars? I thought that car was gonna explode the moment it hit hit that like bundle of logs.
Yeah. Then again, that happens to be all GTA games every so often. Once you hit it in just the right spot, boom! Dead. Ow!
Boom, headshot.
The sun's just about to set when a thunderstorm hits.
Shit. Let's just go this way. Okay, I guess we're not going this way. Fuck you. Don't. Get up! Get up, dumb fuck.
Who?
My character. I should have named him dumb fuck. It's accurate. I should also get rid of the pipe wrench.
So yeah, I've encountered a quandary, as it were.
What is the quantity?
I've realized that going forward, my attempts to be professional are sort of backfiring
Oh, really?
because it leads to me over-explaining things. I mentioned earlier, Fawn, that I was doing a reminiscing on episode and Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess how long the audio, like how long the script in terms of me reading it was?
I don't know.
32 minutes.
Wow.
Gosh dang.
Now, at least like 3 to 5 of those minutes are going to be attributed to me flubbing up a line or two,
Hey, what?
as well as like
How did
silence.
they lose me?
But that is still over 20 minutes of me talking, when
Yeah.
most of my episodes are around 10 minutes.
Hey, I mean, more jokes, more things, more funny.
No.
It's not. It's literally just me explaining every mechanic in Gungeon.
Well, there's a lot of mechanics in Gungeon.
Yes, but like, I feel like I can tone that down a bit and summarize, not specifically just go to the Gungeon wiki and then just read stuff off.
Okay.
No. You keep that video link. You keep it. You keep
I mean,
it.
this is
Swear to
this is
goodness.
kind of turning me off Gungeon further. If you can spend 32 minutes talking about its mechanics.
It's a very good game otherwise.
It's a very deep game, is the thing.
It's a very
That's
deep
what a
game,
lot of
but it's
roguelikes
also
are like,
simple,
just
and I
very
love it.
dense.
Right.
Isaac
yeah,
is
I
not
forgot.
nearly as dense as Gungeon.
Well, Binding of Isaac's pretty dense.
If you get into the items and stuff, yeah. But
Yeah,
if
exactly.
but like just saying what Isaac is, not so much. You just say, hey, Isaac is a top-down roguelike. Its dungeons are similar to Legend of Zelda.
Mechanic.
You attack by using your tiers, and you roam around attacking enemies and picking up items that can
What do you need, boss? Some
like
wheels? I can
help
bring
you
them
or
down.
hinder you. That's it. That's pretty much the entirety of Isaac. However, Gungeon, I'm just saying, well, first of all, you started with 3 full hearts. You also had blanks. Blanks get rid of bullets, as well as, like, stop them from spawning for a couple times. Also, there's casings that you get from enemies. You can only use those when you're in the Gungeon, but you can get hegemony credits for bosses that can be used outside of the Gungeon. Also, you can dodge roll, and you're practically invincible when you do it. It's like,
I'll bring it by.
just,
Make a Dark Souls joke?
I need to cut that down a bit.
Make a Dark Souls joke, please.
Where's
No.
my Where's my
Don't
car?
Do it. Where is the Dark Souls joke going to be? You can't exactly say that Gungeon is the Dark Souls of.
Roguelikes.
You really can't, because that goes to other titles like that one tile-based RPG that has no visuals that I spent like 70 hours on as a kid before I gave up because I couldn't get past like the 5th floor.
And yet you can't remember the
painful.
name of it.
No, I
I
can't.
almost want to say Nuclear Throne, but no, that's probably
It's
not it.
not Nuclear Throne.
Don't worry, guys. The Great
It's a-
Fogio Bandit is here.
It's very old, and give me a second to find it.
It
I
is
will be able to.
time to go on a rampage.
No, but seriously, you should just make like the joke and just like have like one of the Gungeon characters in like a little Crusader helmet, and just make the joke, please. I would love it.
I'm surprised that you didn't just go for the Marine, since this outfit is literally the Black Knight armor set from Dark Souls.
Okay, then just do that. Just like make that a joke.
Also,
please.
the developers of the game did point out that dodge rolling isn't, like, the way dodge rolling works in that game is inspired by Dark Souls.
Yeah, exactly. It's prime opportunity.
It sounds like there's two of me. Hold on.
That is impressive.
Did you not mute the stream?
Alright,
No, I
well,
hear it. It's on Kyle's angle where there's like a slight echo with everybody.
Odd.
I think that's because he forgot to mute the stream.
No, I didn't. I don't even have the stream open.
Rest in pepper.
Rest in pepper.
I said pepperoni.
I am not
Okay.
going to rest on my sister's cat. That would hurt him.
Your sister's cat is named Pepper?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was named pepperoni.
Kyle, can I ask you what's with your sister and naming things?
Hey, it was like that when she got it.
You know you could change a cat's name when you get it, right?
Yeah, but she didn't feel like it. Oh, great. My Foggy was covered in mud. This is terrible. Gotta get this fixed.
That's like Gavin, his sister got a cat that was named Mittens, but Gavin didn't like that name, so he just calls the cat Lloyd.
Lloyd?
Lloyd. He said Lloyd sounds like a better name than Mittens for a cat.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also stuck with a cat named Loki, which is a terrible name for a cat because it gives too many implications that the cat is going to be evil and trick you every 5 seconds.
I mean, MGM has a couple cats. One of them is named Thomas, and the other is named Ninja. Actually, just Ninja. So.
Suffice to say, not everyone is great with names.
Oh
with
god,
names.
no wonder I couldn't get far in the game.
No,
Let's not forget there's that cat not Snow White, Cinderella that's named Lucifer.
That also fits, though, because that cat is pure evil.
That's what it's like, god damn.
I found the game.
What's the game?
NetHack.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, as I was saying, I don't think I've heard of that.
Kind of pop a
Maybe
sick
that's
wheelie.
because it was. Maybe that's because the game was originally released in 1987.
Oh, okay. Was it on
is
floppy
it-
disks?
I don't actually know, but it had like a cult following, you know, the whole thing where the community keep it alive and try to keep it updated.
Yes, that's the definition of a cult following.
Yes, so I was playing NetHack 3.4, which was essentially just, you know,
Oh,
update
shit, Trey.
version 3.
That's
okay,
just-
alright, I'm back. Sorry, my mom was talking.
Hop on the train.
I can't. I'm on a Foggio. This thing can't hop.
Hop on the hype train to E3.
Okay, that I can do.
We just got confirmation that the best E3 press conference is coming. Devolver back again.
The shitpost conference.
Do you legitimately dislike that, or do you?
I don't know. I'm more just indifferent, but it's kind of annoying how everyone is always claiming that that's the best conference when it's really just one giant shitpost.
I mean, that's probably that's the joke.
I know that's the joke, but it gets on my nerves.
Fair. It's like, I like it because, hey, it's poking fun at like all these dumb press conferences that try too hard to be like hashtag relatable.
You could win this new car. Where are the games? New car games.
I'm gonna fuck this car on stage. Someone get Phil Spencer off the stage.
That's disturbing, sir. I didn't know you swung that way.
I think the most important parts of the most important parts of E3 are like seeing pictures of like Reggie and other Nintendo staff walking into other areas and just looking disapprovingly at like the Xbox and such.
Disgusting.
You disgust me. Alright, let's see. Wait, hold on. Don't I have a helmet? Doesn't my character have a helmet? I know he does. Put that helmet on.
Also, get,
I'm just supposed to put push up on something.
Maybe? No, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Nope, that's the music. Can't do that. Oh god. Don't want the volume to get muted.
Vaughn gets muted.
I heard the fog gets muted, and I got very concerned.
How does one mute
well, I
fog?
assure you,
Okay.
some people want to mute that movie.
Alright. Okay.
Or the sequel.
Okay, that's
Okay.
Have any of you seen that movie?
Which movie?
What
The
movie?
Fog?
Nope.
No.
It was like an late 90s to early 2000s
Mutual.
movie series.
How can
And
I
I
be
say
of
series,
service?
but it only had two, so it's a
Okay.
duology. But, yeah, it was a horror movie where there was this,
No wonder.
there was like this ship that crash landed near like a beach in Florida, and for some reason, every single time there's a every single time there's a fog that hits Florida, the spirits and ghosts of the people that were on that ship prowl around and then start killing people.
Huh.
Okay. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of horror, so that's why I've never heard of it.
I mean,
or
I'm not
watched it.
either because nothing scares me, but I watched that movie as a
Ooh,
kid.
got a new
and
follower. Who was that?
It was, it was okay.
Who followed me? I heard the sound of Captain Falcon.
Hi.
Oh god. Ooh, where am I going? I really shouldn't be playing with cinematic cam.
I think it wasn't Jacob.
It wasn't me. I was just saying hi.
It must have been
Because
other
you're just
Jacob,
like, oh, a
aka
new follower, and I'm saying hi. You know, you gotta greet these people, damn it, man.
Yeah,
There's so
exactly.
many loot box jokes. Didn't the Game Awards have that?
Yes, they did. And microtransaction
Oh yeah,
jokes.
I forget who the
I-
dude who
I
was
act-
who said it, but it's like, and the winner for best action game goes to. Oh man, I gotta pay a microtransaction.
I
gotta
saw,
pay a fee to
I saw
open this
Mini
thing?
Lad and I saw Mini Lad and Terrorizer react to that. It was a part of their the YouTube haiku series.
Oh crap!
That's
So,
how,
What?
like half the stream was just normal frame rate, and now the stream's running at 60.
That's interesting.
I'm just like, oh god, I hate 60. It looks so odd.
Alright, let's see. What can I do to pimp out the Foggy-O even further? I already have bulletproof tires.
bulletproof tire.
I can have tires smoke. Oh, right! I did install that. I already have turbo. I don't have race transmission, unfortunately. I'm not selling
So
this one,
guys,
fuck that.
are you ready for like the most unnecessarily expensive
Pro, damn
DLC?
it.
Yeah, is
I
that
don't know.
the Galvan double piece thing? That was a joke, but then there was a person that bought it and they had to get their money refunded.
I'm actually referring to something a bit more recent for a game that isn't out yet, that has a bit too much DLC.
Are you
If you
talking
wanna
about that
get
one
them.
fighting game crossover with like Blaze Blue and all that?
No.
That's
No,
Arc System
no.
Works.
That's
No?
actually no. I'm actually talking about Persona 3 and 5 Dancing.
Oh.
What?
Boy.
Do you know how much DLC?
If
that
it's
game has?
anything like if it's anything like Dancing All Night, I'm expecting like around 80.
Oh no. We're currently looking at to get all the DLC. It will work for both games, but so far it totals $200 US.
Fucking Christ, Atlas.
200 US.
I need that money. I want that money. Can I have 200 right now?
Hey, brother,
Same.
you hook me
I'm
up with
sorry, but you
$200,
cannot
I
because,
promise
well,
I'll pay
we
you
already
back
spent
someday.
Yeah, basically that's me in a
I
nutshell.
think the best. Okay, that reminds me of the best thing I've seen recently, which was someone asking on Reddit as an AMA request. So has anyone sold one of their kidneys on like an organ on the black market?
What kind of a question
How
is
much
that?
is that? The best part is they were actual legitimate responses.
Ew.
I'm back.
Were they sent to prison afterwards?
One guy was actually arrested.
Mmm.
Rest in pepperoni, that guy.
So I take his post is legitimate. He sold one of his kidneys for $220,000.
That's a lot of money for a kidney.
Is it illegal to sell your body parts?
It is kind of illegal, yes.
Okay, that kind of adds on an aspect. It's like looking at lollies
now-
isn't illegal, though
now
it's
to make my
kind
grand
of illegal.
It's
Escape.
kind of illegal. It's kind of illegal, but I can sell a kidney for $220,000.
No wonder people keep taking them.
I mean, you do need them to live after all. Or at least one.
Yeah, it's why you only. It's why I only take one.
If you ever go
Ready
to
my
a shady
kidney
part of the country,
for
don't take any
1 minute.
drinks, otherwise you'll wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
Oh God.
What? What about a bathtub full of ice?
Have you not seen like any of those, like any movie or like heard any story about people getting their kidneys stolen?
No.
Okay. Basically what happens is that like you would go to a shady country where like, you know, a bunch of stuff happens that like the government really can't help you. And like some guy will incapacitate you somehow, either by like a needle or by taking
Asphyxiation.
like something into your drug, or yeah, chloroform. And you would wake up, somebody, and your side would hurt, and you see a gash in the side of you, and you're in a bathtub full of ice, and there's just like two people, one that's like in surgeon get up holding your kidney, and the other guy that's just like, don't breathe a word of this, or we're coming back for the other kidney. And then they run and they walk out, and they just ask you to call, and then they tell you you should probably call the hospital or else you're gonna die.
Okay. See, from the 3 people who gave out legitimate responses, one of which was arrested. It's actually not. It's depending. You've got to find the right sources on the dark net, which is
Wait a
hilarious. A hilarious sentence.
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna.
But like,
Give me a second.
it's because it has to be word of mouth. They have to do it well, or like they're not going to get any other customers. Like they're not going to get any other sellers because you know.
What are you gonna do? Put an ad in the paper for the dark web to sell your kidney?
So it has to travel by word of mouth. So they have to do it well.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't even remember what started it, honestly, but it's a legitimately
$200
fascinating concept.
DLC. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
even
this
right
all started
now.
because of P3 and P5 DLC.
Oh God, my ears! Hang on. Oh, ow!
3.
Oh,
Something tells me the music came back on.
no, the budget switched out because I plugged in my headset.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yes, Robin,
I
there
heard
is like
that-
a 20-second delay. It's actually kind of horrid.
I heard that as the budget ran out, so I'm like,
The
oh,
budget
whoa.
did run out. That was exactly what I said. The budget ran out.
Okay, I thought you were making some sort of joke there
Okay,
that I
Noah.
didn't hear.
Okay, so guys, everybody here is roboting for me. I probably should just leave because it's not a very good experience.
Aw.
Bye.
Normally when that happens, I just wait till it passes.
Yeah. Why not just wait for it to pass?
But if you like feel like you want to leave, then that's fine.
Oh, I guess I got an open spot in here. If someone else is listening, that has the COCOM role, they can join.
Oh, she already left.
I know.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I was just saying things and then gone.
Yeah. Right. Now we must continue this grand adventure by robbing more grocery stores for the great Foggio Bandit. He needs more money to repair his hot car that he stole.
I think you were about to say hog car. Say what?
I mean, to be fair, the great Foggio Bandit probably would have a hog car.
To the bacon mobile.
Bacon. I could go for Jamaica, honestly.
You seem to be loud and rambunctious. We'll have to fix that. To the nudist scooter.
Oh, good.
Right. This is how I know that there's like a big delay because Robin's talking about kidneys.
I'm sorry, Robin's talking about kidneys.
Yes.
Oh, Robin.
This,
For sure, I
this
think
lets
you-
me know there was a huge delay with the stream. Because we stopped talking
Yikes.
about that a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The delay is mostly to keep the performance going, because if it was 1-to-1, like the same, it would really not turn out well. Like,
Yeah,
this
I
would
get
look
that,
terrible.
but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah.
It's like, at most, there's like a 15 to 30 second delay on my stream. Then again, it's like I just have like 1000 bit rate instead of like...
This is around
Yeah.
3000.
Yeah, so...
Alright, now to rob this new convenience store for the Great Foggy Bandit. He needs more money to pay his gas bill this month.
Also,
Thank you.
just quickly here, because I don't know if it was actually posted in another chat, that those whole voice lines for the Senran Kagura characters seems to have just been left in stuff and then considering that as from ARCs considering that as an option.
What?
I have no idea what you just said.
Okay, so in the voice lines, in the announcer lines, there are two Senran Kagura characters.
Which ones?
Asuka and Yuni? Yuni?
Yumi is the character.
Yumi. I made a mistake there. I made an N instead of an M. It's bugger.
Alright, now for the
those-
Great Foggy Bandit to make his escape. Escape!
But those-
Asuka
so
and
those-
Yumi.
So those two were in the files, and people went crazy for all of half a day before until a dev posted on Steam that they're probably just leftover files because
I like how Arxis US doesn't know what even Arxis Japan's doing.
Yeah, that's very poor communication between branches of a company. Oh shit, they brought the helicopter! You cannot shoot down the Great Foggy Bandit! How dare you!
That almost makes me not want a US branch anymore. Immediately. It's like, oh, well, Japan did something.
Oh,
Whatever.
God!
It probably had something to do with,
Ow!
like, beta.
Oh god, gotta run.
It's like, aren't you Arxis also? It's like, well, we're just the US branch. We just localize stuff.
we localize stuff so inconsistently we forget the games that we've already developed.
We localize stuff so you don't have to. And then we probably forget and never do it again.
Yay, donuts.
I say we
Nobody will
forget
be
because
happy.
of I say we forget because of the names and stuff that the Persona 4 characters are being called and using. Because now they're all referring to each other by their last names, despite being on a first name basis in Arena and in the game.
That's not
and
that
they
big of a-
also
that's
are the-
not that big of a
and
layout.
they're- And they're
It might be
also in the.
There actually might legitimately be like a story reasoning for that.
It might be a story. It'd be
Oh,
nice because it feels really weird. It feels really weird for someone like Ruby to be calling you Narukami when she doesn't even do that in the Japanese version.
How dare you try and kill the Great Foggy Bandit? He will have his revenge. He will rob that gas station again, just to prove a point.
Also, thank you, announcer, for pronouncing Blake Blake.
Again, yay! Blaze Blue announcer uses English because she's Japanese. I've just grown accustomed to that now after the whole Gordeo situation.
What's Line's name exactly?
Jesus Christ.
What?
I just saw you just driving down the street and then just get T-boned by something and sliding underneath a car.
Yep. My run-ins with the cops have not been very fruitful for me so far. So far, they've resulted in death, doom, death, and getting T-boned.
I just noticed. Are
You
you
forgot-
supposed to be Wesker?
Pretty much.
Oh, come on, you had a
look like
complete...
Wesker join a biker gang.
If
Come on, you
Wesker had
the
a
perfect
moped.
opportunity for death, doom, and destruction, and you couldn't even.
I don't
Come
even
on.
know what that is. Like, what are you referencing?
3Ds, it's alliterative.
I don't care about alliteration.
It sounds better.
I don't care. This is
I care.
So what? You're not the one streaming.
I don't care.
Well, then that's your problem. No.
Exactly.
Get out of my way, sir. Thank you. Alright, what am I gonna do? Let's, oh. Okay, let's jump off the Fagio, I guess. That was a bad idea. Ow. Why did I do that? Okay, let's get back on the Fagio. Apparently after I... Okay. My goodness. Fagio has a mind of its own sometimes, I swear. Well, at least I have sad trombone. Best sound effect in this game. The fact that I can have sad trombone.
Also, an important thing is that all of Hyde's color alts look amazing.
Aren't all the
Except-
color alts in Cross Tag great?
I mean, except the purple and green one, that doesn't really work well.
How dare you.
Someone has
But, like-
a Woody costume.
Who was the one that had the Gambit costume?
That's Gordio.
Gordo.
And
he's one of the characters from Under Night, the game I won't shut up about.
It's a good game, though.
Line.
ow.
I'm also very sad. Seth isn't in.
Well, you can play in as DLC, even though, like, quite frankly, I've never been too big on Seth, honestly.
Seth, he's...
Like, Seth does have, like, story significance, so it would make sense if he does get in. But I personally did not really care for it. I guess, more or less, I don't really care for how he plays, is the thing.
That sounds
his
like-
whole setting up traps and stuff is something I couldn't really get into, so...
Wow, that sounds almost completely like how people who play Street Fighter 4 feel about Seth.
Okay, but I love Seth. He has, like, the fanciest fucking knife combos.
Okay, now we're
If you
getting
want to
different.
talk about a character I really can't get into Under Night, though, it's Yuzuriha. Like, I can't stand how she plays.
How do you use Yuzuriha? What?
It's because, like, she has, like, different stances. And depending on those different stances, she has different combos.
Like,
But you
yeah,
change stances during combos because of how some of the button presses do change stances. So you have to change back to a different stance to continue your combo instead of, like, the game thinking that you're trying to switch from stance A to stance C.
So she's like Gen?
I guess, again, from Street Fighter?
Yeah.
I guess. I've never played this
What
game.
is it?
I would have said like Zeku, but Zeku you gotta be trying to switch forms. Because he has two very specific or moves to do that.
Yeah, Yuzuriha just like she's probably the weirdest character in Under Night to play as.
I'm just sad about Seth because it's like
That's like again
the
DLC.
third
It could happen.
No, in the DLC, in the DLC, data mine.
Oh,
He's not.
Hold on, we know what the rest of the roster is already.
Yes, the three
boy.
remaining Under Night characters are Merkava,
Oh,
Yuzuriha,
oh
and
fuck.
yeah, and the girl with the giant fists.
Mika?
Yeah, Mika.
Hold on.
How do you spell that?
Okay, so Hilda, the villain's not in.
Yeah, Hilda
But
and
the
Seth
least
are not in.
interesting, like, newcomer from latest is in?
Yeah.
What the? Okay, that's a weird pick.
But Hilda doesn't get in, and Seth doesn't get in.
Actually, I think
Mika does.
I think I'm more upset at the fact that Chaos isn't in.
Yeah,
Because if there's one thing I would have loved is watching Chaos and Goryo try to act not gay around.
Oh
each other.
god!
oh come on! Oh, come on! Damn
The
it.
Great Foggy
Like,
Bandit
Chaos
has a
is-
very bad track record with not getting T-boned. Jesus.
Also, like the remaining Blaze Blue choices aren't really. I don't like them either.
Oh god, I
what
gotta get
are
out of
they?
here.
Cause they're Izuyoi. So we'll
I
point
say
out
that like I'm
Tsubaki.
gonna know who anybody you're talking about is.
Okay, so Tsubaki's alternate form, let's call it, gets in, but Tsubaki doesn't.
I knew who that was.
Um,
Hold on, Tsubaki. Google thinks I'm talking about Fire Emblem.
Of course.
I mean the. Oh my
Ow! Ow!
god. Okay.
Jesus.
Here's the funny thing.
Oh,
Tsubaki.
yeah, shield person.
Yeah, shield person. The best part about that is like, people
Isn't
call
she only in,
Tsubaki.
Isn't she in, hold on.
They call. She's in all of the games.
Okay, never mind that.
Her alternate form Izuyoi, I think was added to Continuum Shift to extend.
Ooh. Who followed?
I was just like, I wonder if it's supposed to be.
Ah, Kaleblaze, welcome aboard. The goal of today's
They've
stream,
also added,
Gitava, which mostly consists of driving cars off of a dock into the ocean and generally being a complete madman, which is what I typically do.
I'm pretty sure I as a mod can't actually
sounds like
delete
Grand Theft
like
Auto to me.
messages or anything.
Wait, what'd you say, Yuri?
I'm pretty sure I as a mod cannot actually delete messages because Robin accidentally like vomited up like a coding like thing
Huh.
and asked for mods to kill it, but I don't know if I can actually.
Let me see what this is, because we are getting a cutscene. I don't... You should be able to delete that message, though I guess... If you can't, that's weird.
Like nothing pops up, and like me just clicking on the name would just be like, oh, I could block them, time them out, and report them. It's like I can't just delete the one message.
I'll have to make a modification.
Twitch has me on assimilate mode. I'm like a goddamn Dalek.
I guess I'll have to modify what my mods can do.
You are a good Dalek.
Wait, hold on. There's only one thing to do at a time like this. I haven't done it yet. It's time to go to the ocean. There it
Okay,
is.
Yuri, here's a good plan. Run.
Run. Don't blink.
Okay.
Okay, run. And don't remember. Okay, don't
Oh,
remember.
shit.
Remember, don't
Oh,
blink,
God.
Run.
Oh, fuck. Car door. No. Well, it's a good thing I'm going to total this car anyway. Let's go.
I mean,
We get it.
Oh god, there was a post I saw a while ago that's like, don't breathe, don't think, don't blink. What can I do?
That's a good question. What can you do in that instance? Also, yes, I've noticed you joined SSW. Welcome.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
oh yeah, the
So,
last two,
I think Best Buy got rid of their Gamers Club thing.
That's weird.
they did.
Sticky
Yeah,
bomb!
so now everybody's just pre-ordering games underneath that before it goes away. So who's the
Oh, yeah,
other Blaze Blue characters for Cross Tag, Jacob?
The other two Blaze Blue characters are. Oh, that's a name. Nine, the Witch Nine, who is like the main antagonist.
That's not who I thought of when you said 9.
9.
Yeah,
9.
and Mai,
9.
another character I don't care
That's a
about
character
at
from
all.
the manga.
Yes, you're right. Instead of like, let's see, what other Blaze Blue characters could have been more
Out of the way!
interesting?
I'm going for the ocean! And bam!
Not
Hey.
Terrami, because we not Terrami because we
Perfect
don't really want
entry.
ults. But you know, maybe
We are
Now,
entering
Naoto, Celica. I'm blanking out on every Blaze Blue character. Yay!
Okay, now I gotta hide under the docks until they lose me.
I'm
I'm
just
not
sitting
here.
Just like, man, I like really the only characters that I would have cared about would be Bang or Taokaka.
Yeah, Bang would
Okay.
be, Bang would be fun.
Wait. Are they? I think Bang's DLC.
Is he?
I think he was confirmed earlier. It'd be crazy if he
isn't cool.
wasn't. If he isn't, that's a very strange thing considering they want to try and cater to the West, and Bang is like one of the most popular BlazBlue characters in the West. Like, the man won 2 character polls. 2.
You say that like winning
Doesn't sound
2
like a
polls
lot
is an
in the grand scheme
accomplishment.
of things, but trust me, it's a lot.
Okay. That means a lot. Okay.
Characters that are, and this isn't like updated to, I guess, any of the leaks. Characters that currently are officially announced: Ragna the Blood Edge, Jin Kisaragi, Rachel Alucard, Hazuma, Noel Vermilion, Azrael, Iron Tiger, Makoto,
I believe Hakuman is also confirmed.
the 13th weapon, East, Platinum the
weird.
Trinity, Jubei, Hakuman.
Yep.
From
Ah.
Persona 4, Yu, Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, Aegis, and Naoto. Undernight, Hyde, Line, Waldstein, Gordio, Orie, Carmen, and Batista. Which cool. Even though I can't really play Batista that well. It's cool. to see,
Batista
man.
plays almost
then-
exactly the same
Yeah,
as
but
Mir.
it's slightly
Like-
different in a way. Like it's almost a bit more playable, sort of.
No, it's a bit less just spam your long range attacks.
But yeah, I think that might be it.
Ow! Gotta stop doing that.
But then Batista actually gets some slightly closer melee combat, so it's easier to hit from
And
close
then
range.
Ruby just says Team Ruby in it.
Yeah, no more Ruby characters.
That we know of.
From the DLC data mine, no more Ruby characters.
That we know of. There's always a chance they'll just be like, maybe we should add even
Oh yeah,
more.
yeah, right. But they've still got to announce the ones that are actually in the
Blaze
that
Blue
have
Cross
actually been
Tag
data mined.
Battle Extend.
Oh goodness.
Extra.
Extend Extra XR.
Revelator
New
2.
fun.
Alright.
And there's still no Guilty Gear characters in it.
Still
There's
not
just a brief ass cameo of Viking.
No.
Why
Soul
Viking
Bad Guy's a
specifically?
boss.
I don't know.
No. They're just Soul Bad Guys there, and he's a boss.
You just see Jam in the background, just counting her pocket change.
Meanwhile, 3 seconds of Holy Orders.
Ow, fuck. Where am I? Stuck. Dang it, what? Who popped the hood of the trunk? Oh wait, that was me. Never mind. Alright. Land this jump. Thank you. Get up this hill, goddammit.
But from the looks of things, the most terrifying teams to fight are gonna be Gordio and either Blake or Merkava.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing a hedge mage real fast.
Because Grim Reaper is the stupidest assist in the entire goddamn universe.
No.
No, it is. When you can pull out a Grim Reaper,
Are you saying in the
At
entire
any
cross
point-
tag or in fighting games in
Um,
general?
in cross tag.
Okay, as I would say,
like-
I saw what that Doctor Doom thing in Marvel 3 was. That
Doctor
was-
Doom!
Okay, but Doctor Doom and Grim Reaper, they're stupid.
I don't recommend you ever say that to a Marvel 3 fan, or you will regret it.
I think the main thing that I'm thinking about right now is like, what if Cross Tag just goes absolutely mental with a second season?
I mean, they want to go mental with the second season.
No,
They want other franchises.
as I would say, I mean like actually mental. Get
And you
Capcom
invite-
characters in this game for some reason.
Okay, don't do that, please.
put in, oh god, I'm gonna have to even look what this name of this game is.
Which-
But there was a Japanese and European exclusive fighting game that was for the Wii that Arxis created. It even had a Vanillaware-esque art style,
I
but I
don't-
don't think it actually was made by Vanillaware.
I don't think I remember this game.
You shouldn't. It didn't come out over here.
I know, but I look up shit.
So fair enough.
Okay, I want to get up this mountain, so back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Thank you.
Gotta pack everything up.
We shall turn legend into fact as we ride into history.
Wait, what?
I also realized something that I was dangerously close to saying.
What? Oh.
What weed?
I think Sub immediately realized what it might have been.
Yeah.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello. How's it going? I'm driving a car down a mountain.
Greedy.
Sweet
Nice.
air! Oh god. Okay, getting harder to control. Harder to control. Up. This is gonna be a drop off point, I can just tell. 3, 2, 1. Drop off! Don't explode. Ow, tree!
I mean, in the beta, the scariest teams to face
Oh, damn it.
were Gordio and
Fucking,
Noel.
don't be sideways! Come on!
Combo into combo into combo into combo into combo into assist combo into another assist combo.
Well, Jacob,
mean,
that's
I
kind of
just
the the
just
reason why
seems
they're
like-
the best team.
That just
They can-
seems like any fighting game if somebody's too good at it.
Yeah, if you're
Then
if
you
you're
gotta-
good,
and
you're gonna
gotta
do
hit
that.
'em with the Nerf button.
Okay,
Alternatively,
the problem is that as soon as you get Gordio's Grim Reaper assist out, unless the person knows in advance, R1 forward's a free combo.
Jacob, I wonder what would happen if you played Marvel 3.
Man, maybe I don't want to play Marvel 3.
You don't want to play Touch of Death, the game?
No, I don't want to play Touch of Death the game.
Mountain car driving is fun. Yes, it is, especially when we're in the Speed Racer mobile.
Well, Dr. Doom wants to show you his foot dive. Foot dive.
And Dr. Doom wants to peek at you in the shower.
That too.
Also, the name of the game was Battle Fantasia. Came
Oh!
out in 2007.
I've heard of Arc Rise Fantasia, but not Battle Fantasia.
Arc Rise Fantasia.
Yeah, it was another fighting game that that was an RPG that came out here, I believe, on the Wii.
Hmm.
I don't remember who made that one specifically though.
I like Hollow Fantasia.
You're gonna be amused by who made it,
Who?
because it's a company that I won't shut up about.
Ah.
It's everybody's favorite bankrupt company, Image Epic.
Woo boy!
Woohoo, guys! Best company alive.
And this is when everybody goes, "Wow, that company really made like a lot of games." Oh, SSW is already off the bet.
Well, that happened. I know I was barely here, but I need to schlep. Alright.
Schlep.
Yes, the schlep.
Goodbye, Shemp.
So long, Shemp. Turner! You're not even Shemp! You're not even Daryl Brown!
I was
Curly
really
Joe.
excited to hear. I was really excited to hear a potential conversation between Line and Seth, but that won't happen now.
I suppose I'll get my chance another day.
Another day.
No, you won't, Crom. You won't.
It would like the only way I see a conversation happening, it's basically the same as like.
No, I'm just talking about like the battle intros.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the only way I see something like that, like a conversation like that going, would be the same way that Ragna and not Jin, because they sort of like they're kind of like.
Oh, Jin, brother, we should
Let's
be killing each other.
Stop crying.
Oh.
Do a few later.
I'm quite fond of the Muse with Ragnar he can kill anyone. It's like, oh, death will come. Yeah, I'd like to be dead right now.
Hmm. My favorite one, partially due to the fact of its delivery, was Yukiko and Goryo. It's like a prim girl like you's gonna be fight. You serious?
I mean, I'm just fond of the the Yosuke and Hazama one. It's like, yeah, we can do this. Yes, we can. I'm rooting for you.
Okay, I'm
Hey,
just gonna
don't
take
you
this
need to go to
car,
work?
sir. Thank you for donating your brain to the church of Get the Hell Out of My Face.
Yeah, can't
Actually, that
stop
was
us.
actually that was a woman. Thank
I
you,
want
ma'am.
Marth, Lucina, and
Yes,
Crom to be
fabulous.
reskins of the same character.
Oh shit. Oh god. Well, they just play Fire Emblem Warriors. Okay. Let's go.
I mean,
Drive.
Meanwhile, everybody says, why don't you just take Marth out entirely?
no.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I go. Crom wasn't in Smash Bros. Technically, he wasn't in Smash Bros.
What's it? What? What
I
the,
think
what
the-
the
I think
hell
the
is going on
majority-
here?
I think the better statement would be Roy, Lucina, and
Ah.
Marth to be the same character.
But,
What the?
but
What's
but
happening?
Marth-
Roy is basically just
What is happening?
Marth with
What?
fire.
that was just.
Oh god.
Lucina's just
Fail.
faster
Find new
Marth.
section.
The only Fire Emblem characters that are different are Robin, Ike,
And Corrin.
and Corn.
Delicious corn.
So basically what we need to be doing is that we need to get rid of Marth, keep in Robin, get rid of Corn, put in the new Fire Emblem
What?
protagonist, and have it and call it a day.
Yeah. Maybe. I know. We gotta keep Ick. We'll keep him.
Yeah.
Ick.
We gotta keep the best Fire Emblem protagonist ever, apparently.
Yeah.
The Marth.
Blasphemy!
What year is it?
What year? I prefer Lucina's consistency over Marth's situationals. Okay, this tells me I have no idea what you're talking about in Smash because I have no idea what you're talking
Oh, he's talking about how how the tip of Marth's sword deals extra damage compared to Lucina's blade, which is even throughout but deals less damage overall.
Okay.
Basically, obviously, we need to keep Marth. Just
Meanwhile, it's just like,
Lucina make her skin.
I just fight with the character. I don't notice, like, I don't really keep note of all that type of stuff
Yep.
when I'm just playing the fighting game.
Who cares about that? We can ignore that out the window. Make Lucina a Marth ult, and then just
Okay. Well, my character is taking a shower, so I'll be right back.
and if there's any Fire Emblem character that needs adding, Celica. I need one of those. Come on, Eckers. Eckers representation.
Yeah,
Yeah, the you know, the guy who has a sword and has a bow. He'd be a Link ult, but instead of bombs and boomerangs, he just uses more sword.
I would have laughed if Smash 5 shows up to the fighting, shows up to the batting plate. It's like, hey, we got Marth, he's back, Robin's back, Corrin's back, but we're dropping the other Fire Emblem characters to give everybody the character that we've all been waiting for. And then the character shows, you see the silhouette of the character, the camera pans up, light starts to fade in. Holy crap, why is Lynn a playable character?
Why is who a
Wait,
playable
who?
character?
Lynn.
Oh no!
I would
no!
laugh super hard if she just went
Oh,
from
God.
assist trophy to playable character in the next game.
Okay,
Oh, that one character
I'm
that
gonna-
only Jacob wants to be a new character.
what?
Never mind.
Mm.
I'm an-
Okay, I'm gonna be
If
real with you.
Celica
I
gets
don't.
added to Smash, I will outright refuse to purchase the game.
Good, because Echoes is shit. It's fucking shit.
You're shit.
No, I'm not. That game is terrible.
That game is not terrible.
Gentlemen,
You're terrible.
Fire Emblem itself is shit.
Good
Okay,
answer.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer.
Fire Emblem itself
Something-
is shit. Moving on. Alright, oh, why is you? Table's kind
I
of
want Crom and Smash other than a Final Smash assist. But what would Crom do? Would he have an axe instead of a sword?
No, we we'd give him a horse.
No,
But
Crom
then
doesn't
he's
use a
Frederick.
horse.
But then he's Frederick.
Or Stall. I don't want anyone to be
What?
Stall. Stall is that
What
one
is
character
Crom-
that I never
what is
remember.
What is Crom's girlfriend?
Horse Mutual Insurance.
It depends on
How
who
can
you
we help
you mean. He's got several.
No, but I
I'll
mean
do
like
my
the
best.
person that like actually likes Crom.
Cordelia.
Yeah. What if
So-
you, what if you
okay.
like,
Wow.
what if it's
Wow.
like a tag team between both of them on the Pegasus?
That'd be badass.
Okay, here's that would be amazing, and they wouldn't really do that because Cordelia is the trope they like to keep happening, the unrequited love that is never answered. Can we stop
Unrequited.
doing that, please? Unrequited, frick. That's a
yours
cute.
or agrees with you, Kyle. With
Yes.
this statement about Echoes.
Jacob, you're the only person that likes that game. I'm sorry.
Objection!
Jacob brings up a nice point though. Would like a Mountain FE character in Smash.
A mounted character I
I-
feel would be interesting, but that would also be a lot more hardware, and that would be a lot harder to work
Yeah,
with.
I honestly, okay, because of how I like mounted characters.
Also how
you know,
initially goofy, like flailing around mounted units in Fire Emblem Warriors looked. I can only imagine everybody's reaction seeing somebody grab somebody who's on a horse,
They grab the horse instead of the person.
and how like fucked that would look.
That would look so weird. Alright, where do I want to go?
and then sending the horse flying.
I know where to go.
The only way it could work is if like the horse could be kicked like away, is if it's like
As if it's like Wario's bike, you can get off it.
yeah, if it's like Warrior's bike where it just could be kicked away and then like kicked off the stage and then it's just
It's
dead,
so,
and then the unit is just left without their horse.
okay.
But that's that's more dynamic than how even Fire Emblem handles those units.
So that's probably
Yeah,
not
can
gonna
we
happen.
Can we just not mounted units? And can we also not? Can we just grab a character that could have some like a cool versatile moveset?
Ah, so what you're saying is we should put in Selkie. I like what you're putting down.
I'm picking up what
Okay,
you're putting
I
down.
mean-
Pick up, put down.
I wasn't putting that down, but you can take that.
You can well, Fire Emblem Heroes, Paladin Crom.
Okay, but they're not gonna run that.
What is Paladin Crom? I don't think I played Heroes enough to know.
I don't know, but it's not swimsuit
Again,
Crom, so therefore I do not care.
It's not
in
Bridal
Hero-
Crom, so no one cares. He's literally a husbando now.
I mean, the
Ladies
first.
and gentlemen, he swings that way.
He's already dating someone. Who? I don't know, but Lucina's here, so...
No,
Oh
Seda.
god, yeah. Crom canonically cannot be gay unless Lucina ends up being adopted.
Which isn't possible
Which
because she
wouldn't
has
make
the
any sense,
brand.
because then how would she have the whole eye thing?
Yeah, she can't have the brand otherwise if she's adopted.
Crom canonically
Jesus.
cannot be gay in any fanfiction.
No.
Your fanfictions are
technically-
folks!
Technically, you could then make it so they're Lissa's kid, but that means that Lissa can't be gay at the same time that Crom is gay.
That also,
It's Schrodinger's gay.
That also means that Owain has been wiped away from existence.
Owain is dead.
No!
So pick and choose. You can either pick that reality and have Crom be gay,
Or you can
can
pick
have
current
everybody
reality.
straight and like everything's the way it's supposed to be.
I'll pick straight reality.
I'll pick that one because I love Wayne.
I want all clothed characters to have underwear alts. Yeah, you know what? After Shulk did it,
Yes.
just do it.
I'm still waiting for underwear Captain Falcon.
Breath of the Wild Link's gonna be in Smash 5. Put him in his boxers.
Fuck yeah.
Mario
Swimsuit alts for everyone.
Odyssey's a thing. Put him in his boxer shorts.
Are those swim trunks or boxer shorts? I never figured out.
They say in game they're boxer shorts.
Even
so-
though they always try to depict him on the beach with them.
Yeah, which I mean, like I know a lot of people who used to swim just in their underwear because they didn't want to buy swimming trunks.
That is weird. Okay.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like there's just like even as a person that like hasn't worn swimming trunks in years, swimming trunks feel weird. It's just like the little mesh thing that like makes sure that everything keeps in place, I guess. It just feels odd on your skin.
But instead of talking about like Fire Emblem characters in Smash, consider different newcomers.
I'm still waiting for
Like-
Sin and Punishment to get a rep. Just saying.
Consider.
I honestly don't see that happening.
I know it won't happen, but god damn it, I want Treasure to
think
be
the
relevant.
closest that could have happened was Brawl.
Let's not pussyfoot
And even then,
around.
Sin and Punishment Star Successor came after Brawl, so...
Consider. Because this
I've
is
seen
a
enough
common.
people in gym shorts in the pool, I don't need the thoughts of them in their underwear.
We already have
Yeah.
Samus and Shulk in their underwear. Why not? Let's go the whole 9 yards.
Samus is more just like in, workout equipment, like the sports
Oh,
bra and stuff.
I would have said that Shulk was in like skins, like not just under. Like
Yeah, he's
swimming
wearing
trunks.
boxers.
He's definitely not wearing boxers. Boxers aren't skin tight.
Yeah, to
Maybe
be
not
fair,
where you live.
It's more like,
They're not
Like spats.
boxers if they're skin tight.
as long as
yeah,
Lucario
they're more like.
comes back, I have no complaints. I honestly see Lucario getting dropped because he's been in 3 games now.
We also thought he was.
He's
No, he's only been in 2.
I'm counting
Oh,
3DS
right.
and Wii U.
Well,
so.
we also thought he was gonna get dropped for 4, and then he came back anyway. So really, anything goes.
4 makes sense a bit because it's still around that era. But I feel like whatever new Pokemon rep is going to be in, which, you know, it might be a Gen 7 rep, I feel like Greninja's going to stay, and then the Gen 7 rep's going to stay, and get added into.
Okay.
And then
Actually,
Lucario's gonna get
wait,
cycled.
no.
Either Lucario's going to get cycled out, or Jigglypuff's going to get cycled out. And considering Jigglypuff was one of the initial 8, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, she's one of the original 12, so she won't be leaving.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah,
I keep
okay.
forgetting
What they're
that
gonna
roster's
do-
bigger than I
What
think
they're
it
gonna
is.
do is they're gonna cycle out Lucario. Then they're gonna change Greninja's final smash into a really awkward Ash Greninja final form.
Oh, please.
Because that's what they
God,
did to
no.
Lucario. That's what they did to Lucario.
Except
They made Lego Lucario.
Except Greninja actually has the move for the final smash as an actual move in the series, so really it can go either
Max
way.
Aura! I really like
Whereas that was a real Lucario had a really cool final smash, and then they gave him the Mega Revolution, and it was awkward and clumsy.
I'm pretty sure that was
Play
just you, because that was easy to control on my end.
Yeah, it was easy to control. It was just like a bit unfortunate because like I liked the cool like aura
there's
aura
nothing super-
Kamehameha.
The laser L fuck you.
Because first of all, it's just like what is that move even supposed to be? It's not Aura Spear because that's his neutral.
It's
beat.
called Aura Storm, but it doesn't make any sense where that comes from.
What is
It-
that?
oh,
It's just
it
a made up
should be just-
thing. It's made up.
It should just it's an aura hyper beam.
You know what I just realized?
What?
That's first of all, I was gonna make the joke that that's a Z move before Z moves existed.
Oh shit.
But you know another thing I just realized?
What?
Lucario didn't get his
Until
signatures
just this
in.
moment, I forgot Z moves were a thing.
That's because Z moves were very unmemorable. Like everyone was hyped about them and excited when Gen 7 was showing up, and no one really
and then
cared.
and then it revealed what the balancing was like for those moves, and everybody went,
That's no fun.
Like Z moves are really cool, and they're
Okay.
a lot more balanced than Megas, except then they go and start making more overpowered ones and giving them to the legendaries and stuff. It's like what?
That no, Kimono's not good. Whatever the like dragon in Gen 7 is not a legendary, but he's still got like the biggest like unrelentingly cool but incredibly broken Z move, where it increased like all of his stats.
Its AoE increases all of his stats. It doesn't get hampered by the fact that like AoE moves deal a bit less damage. It's just stupid.
At that
It
point,
also
you might as well
bypasses
make it
protect.
so that it's curse damage. Like honestly, at that point, you might as well make it so that he can't, like, the move can't be defended by any type. That the type itself is, like, the move itself is elementless.
The Mega Rayquaza of moves.
Oh lord.
A Pokemon so powerful it got its own tier because fuck everything.
You know,
I still think the best thing is that Swagplay Klefki is still banned.
Hmm.
Because you can still solo teams with Swagplay Klefki.
I know we don't really talk about rumors at all because we like being like actually informed about what's going to be coming and stuff
As
like
well
that
as
when it's actually
surprised.
announced. But what do we think about that rumor about the remakes of Pokemon Yellow?
Ugh.
I think everything. I like the idea. I don't like. I think it's bullshit because of the whole following Pokemon is back, so it's just pandering. So they're not going to actually do that.
Except that was also the best part of Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, that's the
It
problem.
was,
Is that
but-
it's like you had to add that bit.
I think what I feel is going to happen is that if this rumor is true, which I doubt, but if it is true, there is one thing in particular that they need to do to make this actually interesting. It's
Yes.
This rumor is saying it's Pikachu version and Eevee version. Let us
Yes,
play
because,
as the
like,
rival.
Like it's saying that you can use it's saying that you can use Pikachu and like you can start off with an Eevee, which besides XD was like one of the things that I
Yeah.
wanted. I legitimately wanted because that's such an interesting Pokemon to start off with.
Yeah.
And the the replay value with that game is like off the charts.
If they do this, I
about
want
to
the
say-
idea that you can actually play as the asshole rival to be a real thing. Like, you're that asshole that's always one
the thing
step
that's
ahead,
really- okay,
and then your opponent
the
comes
really,
back
the
way more
really
powerful than you
bullshit thing,
expected.
I think, from that whole rumor is it says catching Pokemon is like Pokemon Go. So I think it's bullshit.
The only thing I can understand from that is that it's like, oh, there's this little mini game where you use touch controls or motion controls to like flick the Pokeball towards everything.
I don't think they're going to do Pokemon Go integration, which is what's in that rumor as well.
Pokemon has
Yeah.
had some weird things thrown into it, so who knows?
I could honestly see it happening because Pokemon Go is
problem,
still
it's too
relatively
immoral.
popular and like Gen 4 is on the horizon, so I could see them like still adding more to it to try and make it more tantalizing, especially since like the next big update would Go, if I remember correctly, is that they were working on like
Yes, Gen 4 is next. Gen 4 is
Man.
next for Go.
No, but I was talking about like if I remember correctly, like the next big update they're gonna have is something with like battling and like trading or something like that. There was,
They've
like,
been
some-
I'm
teasing
sorry,
that
I'm-
for a while, but it is supposed to be coming soon, but no one really knows when.
Yeah, so
Like it's like I'm not. I said I was gonna pick up Go when Gen 3 came out.
You liar.
No. Yeah, basically, unless they go and revamp the battling system,
There isn't a battling system.
you mean the tap the button really fast, tap the screen very, very fast, maximum damage.
What do you expect them to do?
actually make it Pokemon.
That requires
actually
more
make
effort.
it interesting?
yeah, that's the problem. It requires effort, and also that might be
And the
too
servers would
complicated.
probably explode.
It might be considered
Um,
too complicated for just a mobile phone game.
Oh man, because 4 moves is so because turn-based is so complex, right?
To be
No,
fair,
turn-based
putting
with
in
20
all-
players on
putting in
one thing.
all of the mechanics and calculations and formulas that are up to Gen 4 at least would probably make a phone melt.
Yeah, and remember, they do still have fairy types and the like in this game, so it's taking all the Gen 7 stuff into account mostly. Or Gen 6 at least.
Yeah, my main thing, and like I saw a post about this earlier, and I actually kind of want to try and find that post. But basically, like it was in response to that remake rumor, to which they went, how many times how many times does Gen 1 have to keep invading Pokemon?
As
I'm
many
sorry,
times as it'll
hold
make
on,
them money.
Hold on a second. Can we just hold on that a second?
What?
Okay, so we've had the original Gen 1 remakes in Leaf Green and Fire Red. And then we've had the Alolan forms that are really just an attempt to bring back fans. And the Viridian Forest in the Viridian Forest clone in Gen 6. And a couple of Gen 1. I really don't think Gen 1's invading anything.
Oh, let's see. Gen 2 has Gen 1 inside of it, with both the remakes and the original. Gen 6 has Kanto Starter Mega
That's
Evolutions.
not okay.
Gen 7 has Red and Blue.
Say Gen 2, you can go to Kanto. Gen 3, there's remakes of the Gen 1 games. Gen 4, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so back to Kanto again.
Gen 5,
It's
we
more like a
didn't
victory.
have this whole thing. Gen 6, we start off with giving you the 3 starters.
And
for
then we
Kanto.
give you a fucking Kanto starter.
Whoa!
And Gen 7, Red and Blue are in the game, and there's a lot of Alolan forms for Kanto Pokemon.
Red and Blue are in the game, and then also Mega Evolutions mostly come from Gen 1, and Alolan
Red and Blue are
forms
in the
mostly
game.
come from
It's-
Gen 1.
It's like you say like Red and Blue are in the game. They were in Pokemon Black and White too as well.
Too complicated to how does Fire Emblem work. They removed pairing and like all the other cool things about Awakening and Fates that I liked.
Yep.
like,
Man, they've got a support
Like,
conversation.
I
Actually, good
understand your
support.
point, Robin, but also like if you compare like the Heroes is really bare bones.
Okay, you want to go? You want to do this?
No, I don't.
Okay.
This is not the time for you to go into a full-fledged rant, Jacob. Because you do that every other day.
Megas than all other gens combined. Is that true?
Yes.
I feel
Because
like,
if you-
I feel like
if
there was
you-
more Gen 1 Megas.
Gen 1 had the
Because
most
if-
Megas out of any generation, if I recall.
You can't just bring up the fact that they removed a bunch of things from the other games without acknowledging what they did add.
I don't know what they did add because I'm not that big of like. I'm not that big of a Fire Emblem nut, so I don't know every addition to it.
Which means I haven't been listening to.
So like, as somebody who went into the series, like actually went into the series as opposed to like just looking at it for 5 seconds on the GBA, but got into the series with Awakening, and then played Fates, and then due to like this fan base being utterly terrible, just dropping out and not just being a sort of person interested in Fire Emblem. And that's pretty much it.
That's
Like,
probably the
goddamn.
best path to take.
It
Yeah,
is.
I found the post. How many times are we gonna go back to Kanto somehow? Gen 1 is in Kanto. Gen 2, you go to Kanto. Gen 3 had Kanto remakes. Gen 4 had Gen 2 remakes where you go back to Kanto. Gen 6 mirrors Gen 1 and gives you Kanto starters. Gen 7 redesigned Kanto Pokemon. Can we kind of chill with this? I don't have a problem with throwbacks or fan service, but when you do it all the time, it loses its value and can come off as just lazy. It's like if Mario always did throwbacks to Mario 64, the 64 stuff in Odyssey wouldn't feel as special.
It'd be like if we always had fucking Green Hill Zone and oh wait.
I'm gonna agree with. I'm only gonna make one point, but I pretty much actually agree with you on those. It's that in the Johto games, the Kanto does feel like a victory lap, and it's a redesigned Kanto. It's not the same. It's different,
Yeah.
which they completely ignore in other acknowledgements. It's just sort of like Gen 2's Kanto is additional content and is a redesigned region, so it's not the same as it was.
Well, yes, because Gen 2 is fundamentally a sequel.
Yeah, it's 3
Yeah.
years after Gen 1.
Right. So I would not say I would absolutely not say it as being there to invade. So I wouldn't really count Gens 2 and 4 in that invasion thing. The other ones absolutely. They're just not 2 and 4.
13 from Kanto, 6 from Johto, 20 from Hoenn, 5 from Sinnoh, 1 Unova, 1 Kalos.
Oh,
Wait, there was a Unova?
Yeah, Audino.
There was a Unova
Audino.
Mega Evolution?
It was Audino, and it sucked.
Oh,
It was
right,
what?
I forgot
Audino.
about
Oh,
that.
right. I completely forgot about Ordinary.
I legitimately like Audino.
Like, Audino's
I
useful for
do.
experience grinding, but it's not a very good Pokemon.
No, but I mean, like, I legitimately...
It's mega sucks, too.
Like, an
It's
actual
mega legitimately
viable
sucks.
member.
Oh my god, my character is like a black eye, jeez.
Ordinar's
Yeah, you get, like,
mega
battle damage
only.
as you go through Kataba.
Ordinar is only good. A Mega Ordinar is only good in triple battles.
I wish people used triple battles more often. It's like triple battles.
concerned.
Actually, no, I
Same.
like rotation
I-
battles.
What are you waiting for?
I
The
like
rotation
everybody likes triple
rotation
battles. It's only that in Gen 6 and Gen 5, Gen 7, it made the frame rate die. So-
Yeah. Which hopefully won't be an issue anymore in Gen 8, hopefully. Because we actually have hardware this time.
Yeah, but do realize that all the models from Sun and Moon are just going to be reused for the Switch version because those models were too good for the 3DS. And that's part of the reason why that game goes slow, because there's too, like, people look into it and, like, the amount of, like, tries or treat, however you say it, for, like, the things that make up
Polys.
the models is, like,
Just say polys.
way too many.
If they come after us, we call it off.
And that's why a lot of people perceive, like,
I suppose you want to know how we're doing this.
whatchamacallit,
Should ask. We're driving out to the bank, taking
like those models being, like, the best part of Pokemon, Sun and Moon, and Orange, and
Ouch.
X and Y.
Wow, that's rude.
That's kind of
Because it's
sad.
like, visually, that like those models look better than like all the other in-game models.
across the street and unaware they're
It frustrates me how empty Aurus feels.
this bank overall.
I'm upset how X and Y just came out and then got nothing else afterwards.
It should have
Gen
gotten
6
something.
was
Li-
not.
Like Sun and
Gen
Moon
6
had to
really-
give Zygarde a story.
Yeah. That's how messed up Gen 6 got
Gen
screwed.
6 was a mess.
Gen 6 got screwed over, I
That's
feel
why
like.
I would have loved a sister game to have fixed the mess.
I'm sorry, Z-Virgin. Looks like you'll never get your chance. Unless they remake Gen 6 in like 20 years.
I also love triple and rotation battles. Too bad the feature was removed in Gen 7.
Over liquor stores and gas stations.
Like, they keep adding gimmicks in Generations, and then taking them out soon after because they're afraid of using them.
This is exactly what I always keep talking about.
Yep.
This is
Yeah.
my big issue with Pokemon nowadays, is that they keep, like, inserting in something just to have it
Like-
as, like, the big shiny new gimmick to represent the generation. But unlike other generations where, like, you have your gimmick, it stays with the game, and it progressively makes the game better overall, it just shows up for a gen, they forget about it, or they just tack it onto the next at the end of the next game and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, there's this thing you can do."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Oh hey,
Yeah,
many
like-
evolutions, you can go find those now that you beat Gen 7 story mode." But
It is.
in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, that you can only really get them from the battle tree.
Yeah, I was also...
Also,
It also seems to
also
vary,
we
though, 'cause some...
actually. Oh, don't no. You say that. Don't forget that a lot of those mega items are also locked behind participating in battle tournaments, which means you physically can't get them.
The boxes are in the back behind the safe door.
And then like, there's the other thing, like, they're also like, here's the thing about Pokemon's fan base also, that like has me a bit like confuzzled. It's the people that were like, I guess, trying to latch on to anything so they could try and prove people like wrong. That like, okay, see, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon's gonna be great, but like that thing where they revealed like, oh, you can catch all the legendaries from the
I
previous
could,
because of
I
Ultra
could,
Space.
I could do that in Oraz.
Yeah, the thing that was my main point. It's just like Hoopa was a thing, and you were able to do that in Aura. The only difference is that like the X and Y Pokemon are here.
Oh, wait, hold on, I gotta do a hacking minigame.
Also, it also kind of sucked because they're just sort of there. There's no value to them. They're
The
so
main thing
legendary.
that people liked about it
we
was
don't
that
care.
because of how Ultra Space worked, there's like a 32 chance that you can get like a shiny Pokemon in Ultra Space.
It
and
improves
like none of the legendaries are shiny locked, so that was like the most prime way you can get shiny legendaries.
Like the minigame is kind of fun, and it improves your chance of shinies if you.
The minigame was fun
drastically.
when you went to a building that had nothing to do with Ultra Space or anything and told, "Hey, Mr. Game Director, can you turn off the gyro controls to Ultra Space?" That's so weird.
Hey guys, we
Not specifically that,
we
like,
update.
Is gyro controls, but the fact that you need to go to the Game Freak building and talk to somebody to set the controls, like, who would think to do that?
Good question. Also, on a completely different note, because, I don't know, I was trying to knock out a True Arena today from one of the Kirby games, and died on the last fight.
Oh, dang. Was it Triple Deluxe?
It was Robobot.
Oh, ooh.
I died on the
As-
fucking heart. I was
As
No.
someone who's
so.
only played 2 Kirby games and none of them have a true arena.
Which two
sorry.
did you play?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes.
Was it Squeak Squad? Because Squeak Squad doesn't have an arena. That's the one.
64 and Dreamland.
So, one of the best and one of the oldest ones.
Yes.
I like you say one of the oldest ones and not the oldest one. Dreamland's the first game.
Yep. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I was using Hammer in Robobot. I got to the last frickin' boss and I couldn't take him down. I got so mad at myself.
I heard that Robobot's final fight is not really tough, K-Man. It's just that it's long.
It's very long. I wouldn't classify it as tough. Unless you're not a fan of the type of gameplay it is.
You mean like the type of final boss that Kirby has been making for like the past 10 years?
No, this one's a bit different. The gameplay is shifted.
I feel like it started with Amazing Mirror, where it's like the last final boss has a phase where it's just a shooter.
I think.
Unless you know what the final move is, you're gonna die at least one.
Right.
Watch out, he's up to something.
Yeah, watch out. He's up to something. I'm also kind of disappointed that a lot of the cool abilities in Robobot, and from Triple Deluxe for that matter, did not come back for Star Allies. That would have given that game more points in my book, which it needs.
Water,
Water came back.
poison,
Did not come back.
doctor,
Did not come back.
mirror.
I don't think that came back either.
Mirror definitely did come back. I know that for a fact. Mirror is a weird one because it's understandable that it only showed up in like the game that had to do with mirrors
And then it came back.
and Ultra for some reason.
It came back in Robobot too, I believe.
Did it? Okay, I haven't played any of the 3DS ones, so.
Robobot and Triple Deluxe are actually really good. I do recommend them.
I mean, there's never been a bad Kirby game. The thing is just like, for the longest time, Triple Deluxe was always $40.
Yeah.
And I wasn't entirely sure if I was okay with spending the full, like, $40 for the game.
But yeah, if I had to recommend a Kirby game, I would probably recommend Robobot over Triple Deluxe. It just has more stuff to it, and the mech sequences and anime jokes are hilarious.
I can understand that because, like, people relegated Hypernova to being something that's cool, but not really something that's utilized as well as it probably could be.
Yeah, they go the full 9 yards with the mech armor.
Tenpin Tangan! Good in the gun!
Well, if there's a game I do not recommend, it's Star Allies.
Really?
Star Allies is a mishmash. It doesn't go through with any of its ideas to its full potential, and it has a very small pool of copy abilities. Like, that whole mixing and matching thing, it's not nearly as complex as you'd expect it to be.
Yeah, I know. I owned the game. I played through it.
Yeah.
But it's like I had fun with it. Like, it was just a normal standard Kirby game. But yes, I will admit, there's not like nothing will ever match Amazing Mirror in terms of puzzle solving complexity with copy abilities.
Yeah, and I got really annoyed that they didn't go full ham with mixing and matching like in 64.
Yeah, I can understand.
In 64, you could mix and match everything. It was only 8 power-ups, but you could mix and match everything, even with itself.
Yeah, and that's like an understandable factor, but it's like I feel like that's a good almost a conspiracy. What? Compromise. I feel like it was a nice compromise. Like, you have a little bit more abilities, and you also have the ability, like the big thing that people really liked from Superstar of just having a partner, but now you
Yeah.
can have even more partners.
Though I think the other problem is that the special partners completely destroy the game, and there's no reason to not play as the special partners because they get shit done.
I mean, when you put in a final boss as a playable character, you're pretty much asking for
I
the
had
balance
no
of your game to be-
problems with the True
You're
Arena,
just
thanks
asking
to
for the
him.
balance of your game to be thrown out the window.
I had no problems with the True Arena as Marks. I just picked him, and I was just like, okay, I guess I win. Okay.
Did you see who's going to be in the update that's coming in summer?
Who's coming? Is it Magalore?
Yep.
Oh, goodness. He's going to also break this game in half.
Guess who's also coming, and everybody can like stop yelling about her. The paint girl from 64.
Adeline?
I think. I don't know. I've never played 64, but yeah, the girl that everybody keeps saying, "Well, you have paint ability. Why isn't she in? She's literally paint. She paints."
I guess that's true. I was hoping that maybe they'd do something completely ridiculous and put like what was that character's name? The second hand to Queen Sectonia in Triple Deluxe. And again, no one remembers Sectonia.
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
But you know who's gonna be the third person in Wave 2?
Who?
Daroach.
Really?
Yeah. I know a lot of people who really dig Daroach.
I haven't played Squeeze Squad because, like I said, when I got that copy, that game was not working, so I had to bring it back.
Oh, that's a shame. Also, Jacob. Yeah, okay, he's back.
Alright.
Well, he's not talking, so I'm guessing like
Yeah.
he's trying to.
Alright, I gotta bring my hot rod on this heist. This is gonna be dumb.
My phone crashed. Nice.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I brought the
Well, it
hottest
wasn't
rod
like it
possible
crashed.
for this
It was
heist.
more like Discord crashed and I restarted it to fix it. Then again, I don't even know if it was probably properly noticed because like I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah. Alright. With this car,
I had
completely
nothing to
inconspicuously,
contribute.
I'm going to steal this fucking thing.
I just realized who was the other. I just realized who was the Kalos Mega Evolution. Because I just stopped and realized that there's only one Mega Evolution in the region that Mega Evolution started.
Yep.
What?
And even then, do you know who the Mega Evolution is for?
Diancie.
It's a Pokemon you can't even get.
Yep.
It's a super cool mega. Yeah, no,
What the
it wasn't
fuck,
just that you
Game
couldn't
Freak?
even get. It wasn't just that you can't even get. It was added in Aurus.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't get that Pokemon in X and Y at all. Especially nowadays. So, we should start generation. Not fucking put in any Pokemon in the new generation you start this gimmick in.
Yep. And remember as well, they only added 69 Pokemon in Gen 6 at first.
I mean, to be fair, I was fine with that because it was a bit of quality over quantity, and like there was, besides like one or two Pokemon, there was not really any stinkers for me in Gen 6.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's like, for God's sakes, Game Freak. This is why I'm like so, like with everybody's like, with so many people having that like big like war, I guess you can say, with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and people who were like really bummed out or disappointed by it, and people just like, no, what are you talking about? The game's great. He's like, stop being such a Debbie Downer. It's like, yeah, you know what? I guess.
Or you know, I could have an opinion, and the opinion is not positive because people
No,
have
but it's
opinions.
like, no, it's like, yeah, I guess I am. I guess I am like the in the minority here. Guess Pokemon's just not for me anymore nowadays. Because like, I'm not gonna get Battle Frontier again. I'm not gonna get like a Pokemon game with like a big like post game to it, like Gen 3, 4, or 5. It's just gonna be like how Gen 6 and 7 have been, like with like little mini stories and at the end of the game, and then like you catch the legendaries and that's it. No, like nothing really else other than that, and I guess that's fine for people. And I guess that's what people are okay with. They don't really miss Battle Frontier or anything
Like,
like that.
Pokemon
so-
has a
like-
stupid amount of replay value in itself with its sheer concept. But,
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like one thing I surely don't want to do after I've like gotten so many Pokemon at such high levels is to immediately just throw them all into the ether and then start over.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the problem. You can't just new game plus it.
Like, I always have either the first and the sister game or some sort of combination when I'm playing through the series because I don't like not having, like, at least two games. One to actually just dick around with all the time, and one for replaying the entire
Replaying,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, I
then
started
you're
that. I
essentially-
started that in
but then
Gen
you're
5,
essentially
and then
paying-
stopped that when Gen 7 started.
Yeah, essentially.
It's like, and then you kind of end up going like, I'm paying an extra $40 so I can New Game Plus.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. There's a part of me that kind of just like hopes that it's like, okay, Game Freak, it's a console. You can put in more than one save file. Come on, Game Freak. Pokemon Bank is not compatible with this. You don't have any excuses. Fucking give us more than one save file.
Yep.
But you know they're not gonna do it. Even if they like remade Coliseum in XD, they still would have given us only one save file.
Though remember, if you had multiple memory cards, you had infinite save files for XD and Coliseum.
Okay. But,
Oh man.
are you
Multiple
honestly gonna go out and buy that many
Dude,
memory-
I have like 5 memory cards.
Okay, fair enough. I'm the weirdo who only had one memory for their console, and it was the memory card that came with Animal Crossing.
We ran out of space on the memory cards very fast.
I didn't buy that.
I
I didn't buy
didn't-
as many games to even do that with. So,
I never got a GameCube.
How dare you?
Aw, that's a shame. How dare you? How dare you? It's not the statement that should have came out, but okay. But yeah, it's like, I still like to look into what Pokemon does, but honestly, if the next game is just a remake of Pokemon Yellow, I'm gonna wait until I see if that game's even worth the price that's gonna be sold for, because it's one thing to sell me a game that I can only go through like once, and then like have nothing really else to do for
Yeah.
$40. I'll be a fucking like monkey's uncle if you do that to me with the full $60.
Yeah.
Like, Game Freak is not messing around with portable consoles anymore. They need to like get their shit together.
And stop
I
using
honestly-
gimmicks that won't affect the gameplay enough to be worth it.
And I honestly don't think a year is enough for Game Freak to like understand that lesson.
Yeah.
I don't want them to rush that. I don't want them to rush the Switch project. But something tells me it's gonna get in, like, their Pokemon game's gonna get announced soon. It's gonna be like, hey, it's coming out in November. Oh god.
And there's 5 new Pokemon. What? Yeah, the budget ran out, so we didn't have enough to give 2 of the 3 starters a 3rd form. Sorry.
One of the Pokemon is just that Pokemon that was stuck in the files of Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Zeroria, you'll finally be able to get in the actual Ultra Sun and Moon when that film comes out. And when does that film come out in cinemas?
That's another thing I want to stop.
Can we stop that, please? Please, God, please
I've
stop.
wanted this to
fucking hell.
stop since we even got consoles that can connect to the internet.
I wanted this to not happen when I got a Game Boy Advance, because it was just painful for me to find out, hey, you want Mew? Well, you needed to attend this event. I
Here's the
couldn't.
thing, though.
I'm in Australia. I
Gen
couldn't
4,
go.
Gen 4 was probably the only time where they did this well.
And then
You
they
get
didn't
an
release
item from-
Arceus.
You get an item from a mystery gift, you go to a spot in the game, you go to a specific area in the game for this event, and you find the Pokemon, and you fight it, and you can catch it. There is not some random, like, postman that walks into the Pokemon Center and is like, hey, I got your Keldeo for you. It's legitimate. You legitimately have, like, something to do
get-
with the legendary, with this event Pokemon. It's treated
Here's
like
the
an
thing.
event.
And then they
Like,
never
here's the
released
second
Arceus.
thing.
Yeah,
Here's
that's
the-
a shame. But there's the whole thing of just like, yeah, you can go to New Moon Island, get Darkrai.
Here's the
And then even then, you have this cool little event where it's like there's this ghost like inn that you get to go to, and then someone tells you, "Oh, that inn's been closed down for years."
And then you get to discover
I don't
this.
know why. It's also been locked. I don't even know how you got in there, man.
Then you discover that summer area that gives you Shaman, and then you never get Arceus.
and there's the secret key, which I was also very salty about, like, the fact I couldn't get that.
And
I
then
didn't
we
have a way
never
to-
got God. They were too afraid of giving people power. Okay, let's see. I gotta
So
make
come-
It is Arceus. So.
I guess, but it's still annoying. Because now you physically cannot train an Arceus because all event Arceuses, RCI, people? I don't fucking know. All event Arceus
Just say Arceus.
all of them are level 100. It is impossible to get one that you can physically train. So they're all the
I
same.
mean, you can
However,
EV
back
train
in the-
it.
However, back in the day when Nintendo DS Wi-Fi was a thing, you could use PokeGTS.com to send yourself a Pokemon that had the Azure Flute, and then you can catch that Arceus. And then even more so, you could transfer that Arceus to Heart Gold and Soul Silver along with the Toys R Us Arceus.
So I can get the Sinjoh Ruins.
And you can go to the Shinjo Ruins twice and get 2 legendaries that are both level 1.
Yes, but at the same time, I didn't know about this until after the Wi-Fi connection closed down.
Oh, that's a shame. I wish I knew you during those days. I would have
I
done
missed
you
out on that.
legitimately all 3 of the Pokemon.
Like I had a
I'd be
friend
okay.
who knew some stuff. He didn't know that part, though he also had an action replay. So thanks to him, I got a shiny Arceus, shiny Darkrai, shiny Shaman, shiny Regigigas, shiny Manaphy, and shiny Fione.
Oh god, if there's
Man.
one thing I've never understood is why is Regigigas level 10 in
1.
Platinum?
It's level 1.
It's 1?
I thought it was
level
level
1.
5.
It's level 1.
No, it's
Why is he 1?
No one knows.
I for some reason distinctly remember him just being 10, but 1's even worse.
He went from level 70 in Diamond and Pearl to level 1 in Platinum.
Man, being a statue for all that time really takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, I mean, you go from being a fear-inducing legendary to being a pipsqueak.
You go from being a legendary
To being a Rattata.
to being someone that hatched from an egg. Even Rattatas can fucking hyper thing that thing to death.
Alright.
It wasn't until like most of the events were actual, pretty much
Ow!
all the Diamond and Pearl.
I think he's just reacting to Simon in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't until most of the Diamond and Pearl events, well, all of the Diamond and Pearl events, and the freaking next to all of the Heart Gold Soul Silver events were over that I finally got a way to actually connect my DS to the internet.
Though this is why I am happy that they have been, when they've been re-releasing games on Virtual Console, they've been just hiding the event items in the game after you beat it. Like, that makes me
That's
happy.
nice.
Because
I
now
do like the fact that we can finally use the GS ball in Crystal.
yeah, because childhood me has finally been satisfied with his curiosity over how the fuck you get Celebi. And also,
I mean,
actually,
you know-
catching Suicune.
I mean, you know what I did, right?
No.
Game Shark.
No, I've never had a Game Shark or any of that. I worked out that you could you create a bag. I realized I found out you could modify. I glitched the GS ball into as an item into my bag using bad eggs
Wow, okay.
and corrupting I corrupted my save file
See,
to
I
get
would
a
never.
Celebi.
See, I would never do that. Like, you can't make me do that. I would never.
I've never actually encountered a bag egg. I don't even know how you make one.
Me neither.
You've got to use
I didn't even know that Missing No existed until the internet.
Same. Because I didn't
I
didn't go out of my way to break games.
Whereas I went glitches.
I also never at any point decided, let me just swim around Cinnabar. Like, if I'm swimming in Cinnabar, I'm either going to it or from it. I'm not swimming next to it. I don't need to grind for Cinnabar. The Pokemansion's right there.
Let's make some tire enhancements. Custom tires.
But yeah, if I remember correctly, I think Victina is the last event Pokemon where you just got the item to go to it and like you could
Right,
actually go
right,
to it
okay.
in game and there's like
right.
a legitimate event around it.
Yep.
Okay.
Besides
Yeah,
that,
it was
it's
just
been,
after.
we're just gonna
It was
give you the
just
Pokemon,
after.
or go down to your local GameStop, get a code, and then you can get
Right. It was right after Victini that I connected, that I finally got, and I had black and white, that I was able to connect my DS to the internet. So I missed out on all of them.
I got
And I
Victini.
loved Victini to death.
Let's see.
Thanks, man. You're such a kind soul. See, it's like I missed out on that thing, and then you just say I got Victini.
How is
I was
that? How does
playing
that
the
make me unkind?
No, it's just it's similarly
It's
to
almost
that
a
of
bit
whole.
of like rubbing salt in the wounds. It's like I never managed.
It's
to
like-
get it. I got it. Okay.
It's like when you post
Well, I'm
like
very-
that
I'm very happy
that
for you.
you've been playing this gacha game, and you're like, I've been pulling for this one character, and I can't
Oh,
get them.
don't even.
And then someone
don't
posts
even.
like,
Arrow keeps doing that constantly.
yeah, like I'll post, I failed to get it. Hey, and then Arrow comments, I pulled 2 of them. Fuck off, Arrow.
Either
Don't.
he does that, or whenever you say that you got a 5-star, it's like, I've been trying to get this 5-star. It's like, I don't even forgot her name. God dang. I was gonna say Celica, but no. Caeda. However you that.
Kada.
Seda?
Caeda. So I was trying to get this Caeda, so I could use her as fodder for my unit that I actually want. But I'm very glad that you got your thing.
Oh God, that color looks hideous. Gross.
It's almost like he's guilt tripping you. It's just like, wow, it's so good. I spent over 100 orbs and I didn't get anything good. It's like,
Yeah, like, and then he'll complain
whoa,
that you
thanks for making me feel bad that I even play this game.
And then he goes and complains like I spent 70 orbs and didn't get a 5-star. My luck is awful. You realize that's like
It's just
That's-
gotcha.
it's okay. Firstly, it's gotcha. Secondly, that's about 13 pulls, and on a 13 pulls on a rate that is 3 that starts
Where do you
at
want?
about what?
Oh,
6%?
why is there so much dumb shit that I can customize in this car?
Mm.
Why? Why can I do this?
Yeah, okay. So it's like 13. I spent 70 orbs. Okay, so that's about 13 pulls. Now, if you bring up the fact that that's only going to bring up your pity rate to 6.5%, let's now bring up the fact that you need 15. If you're just adding up percents, you still need 15 at 6% to actually get to 90. That's not how percent works.
God.
He'll complain about the wrong. I've used so many orbs, but it wasn't really that much, and got nothing. Or, hey, you didn't get this thing? I got 2 of them. Check this out. Could have just said bad luck, or
Yeah.
I hope you get it soon. Nice. But be a dick.
I'm legitimately curious in one God's name is like, what is an event that's going on right now in Pokemon?
I don't think there is any going on
There,
right
there,
now.
I assure
are
you
no
it
events
would
right
probably
now.
just be like something that's like shiny.
I mean, probably, but still.
If you pre-purchased gold and silver, then you would have gotten a Celebi. Oh, right, because Game Freak's doing this thing now where like they're just distributing certain types of legendaries each month. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
if you pop online, you can get a Xerneas and Yveltal. They're
I
in
don't
Cherish
care.
Ball and they know some moves.
I really don't care about legendaries. They have next to no value now.
I like legendaries that aren't immediately level 100.
Yeah, yeah,
Because that way I feel like I could still like use them
and it feels fair.
without like the game collapsing. Even back then, the balancing for like Pokemon in like Gen 3, even if you had Rayquaza, Wallace was still a bitch to fight.
Unless you went and. What? I'm sorry. Was he really?
Yes.
Okay, either that or I was just terrible at Pokemon as a kid. But either way,
Oh, hang on, Wallace. I got mixed up with Juan.
oh, Juan.
Juan.
Yes, Juan, the original character they made specifically so that Wallace could be the champion.
Do
in
not
Emerald.
steal.
I liked one. He was cool.
I didn't know. It's like Juan's sprite looked so weird to me as a kid. It's almost like I knew for a fact he wasn't originally in the game.
Just like, hey, what are you doing in here? You don't belong in this game. Go home.
I liked one a lot.
Also, it's like we don't get trainers like Steven or
Cynthia?
really even Red or Barry.
No,
we don't get like that end game super boss that you could like go out and attack.
No, we
The
get
closest thing we
boring.
had to that was that one encounter with Red or Blue.
And even then, they weren't hard because Gen 6 and 7 are easy. Like, they've simplified the game too much for its own good.
Except in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it was much
Yeah,
better.
Ultra
The
Sun, Ultra Moon's
difficulty
long
curve was
game
top
had,
notch.
like,
They
the-
figured
like,
out the
it's-
gameplay in that, but they also kind of crippled the story.
Yeah, but there's the, but
Yeah,
then the
they
funny
figured out the
thing about
gameplay
that
and
is that,
crippled
like,
the story.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon aren't even made by the main people.
They were made by the
That-
C-
that was
team.
that was the B team. So,
Or no, Sonic
B
Forces
team
was
did
the
a
C-
mu-
team. Never mind.
no, Sonic Forces was the F- team.
Good answer. And yet
No,
there's
they
still
were the D
some.
team.
And yet there's still one weirdo out there who's trying to defend that game.
And yet that one weirdo also says that Mania is a piece of shit.
That one weirdo was like Sean and Shadow before they actually played the game.
Look, I was willing to give the game the benefit of the doubt, and then I watched the playthrough of it, and I went,
Mm.
oh no.
Mm. Straight Line Simulator 2017.
Yep. And then someone tried saying, well, that's every Sonic game, and my response was, so you're saying the franchise has always been shit? And that shut them up.
Oh yeah, don't we know? Sonic was never good.
Yes.
IGN said so that means.
IGN also said that Sonic Pocket Adventure was 10 out of 10, so they eat
So
shit.
IGN also said that Strange Journey Redux is a darker, more mature version of Persona 5.
They also said Dark
No, that was
is a badass
Destructoid. No, that was
myself.
no, that was Destructoid. The IGN did another Dark Souls comparison.
Strange Journey is the Dark Souls of Persona 5.
Yes. They actually said that.
The thing about that is that literally happened with SMT4.
Also, apparently I have two skateboards watching me, an electrical skateboard and electrical longboard. I don't know how to
People
feel
were
about
saying
this.
like SMT4 was like the Dark Souls Persona.
Oh god, the Human Labs raid heist? Ooh, that's a huge payout, but that's a hard thing to do.
It's always gonna kill me the fact that like the IGN review for Chaos Child was like a 4.6 out of 10,
And
and they proceeded to find the game too complicated and quit the game after half an hour, and
That's a
then
sign
found
that
the
you should-
visual novel, found the visual novel with no choices in the first half hour, too complex.
See, this is why we don't... If you feel like you don't understand the game, then you just shouldn't be reviewing the game in the first place.
If you quit the game after half an hour, you should, and it's
That's
a
the thing,
visual
it's
novel.
like if you play the game, I'd be okay if it was just like he couldn't get into it, and then just like gave it off to somebody else that just wasn't reviewing anything at the time. But the fact that he then went on to just write a review as if like it was the game's fault that he couldn't get into it. I mean, I haven't even played the game. I'm
Please
pretty
play
sure
Chaos Child.
half of the things that he said aren't applicable at all.
They really aren't.
Wait, forgot.
And then don't forget there was the Fire Emblem Fates Conquest review where the man said the game was too difficult, and then they also mentioned he was playing on like Lunatic or something, on like Lunatic Classic.
Oh man, I could take this fucking easy-ass kid's
Because-
game 10 minutes
because
later. This game is
easy
too
games are
hard.
for
It's the Dark Souls of Dark Souls.
Like
Video game
that's
critic, a slightly difficult game. Is this Dark Souls?
Yeah, basically.
No, I mean, like, I literally saw the image, the meme of that anime
Yeah.
dude with butterfly.
Is this Dark Souls?
This is Dark Souls.
How the hell did this trolley end up here?
I don't know.
I
How did it
decided
end
to
up there?
walk a trolley back from a car park to where it came from, and now I've realized, how the fuck did you even get it over here? The shortest way for me to take this is down a flight of stairs.
Oh god, someone brought up a good point. What in God's name are people gonna say about SMT5?
I don't know.
I just like the fact that one of my friends is just spamming like all these bait posts to make fun of the elitists.
Oh, I also just realized I forgot that, so let's just,
If you ever see someone in Mega 10 Hill mentioning Skyrim, it's done.
Mhm.
He's baiting. Oh my god, how did they get this trolley up around here? You need to take this down 3 flights of stairs at the least. How the fuck do you take a trolley down down up 3 flights of stairs?
okay, there must be some sort of bug going on because it's telling me that only one person is watching this stream, but I know that's bullshit.
Twitch, you're being dumb.
Twatch! Okay, I got
Or
3
is
out of
everybody
4 for this team. I just need one more.
quiet? Is it fear or courage that lets you? I don't know.
No bicycles and lifts. I just
Have
brought
I
a
ever
trolley
told
in
you
because I
the
didn't realize it
story
was
of
inside.
Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Darth Plagueis was the Darth Lord of the Sith.
Oh god.
Remember, roses are red, my bread will not rise. Have I ever told you the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Whenever I hear bread in anything, I don't know why, but I think it's gonna end with burn my bread.
Burn my bread.
my bread. Oh crap.
And thus Jacob broke both of his legs and was unable
And
to
then
move.
Jacob got hit by a runaway shopping cart.
No!
Not again.
Can I point out how cool it is that you could play, like, 2D shooters in vertical mode on the
Yes.
Switch?
Yes.
That's very cool. Seeing
That's
Ikaruga played like that is, like, legitimately interesting.
So now I've got to get this goddamn trolley up a flight of. Oh my god! How did this? Why did I accept this challenge?
I don't know. Why
Why
did you?
is this?
What's the challenge?
Okay. I saw a shopping trolley and thought, you know what? I'm just gonna take this back to the nearest Safeway where it came from, only to realize that that is up and down 3 flights of stairs.
And this is
Up
when you
and
stop,
down.
and this is when you stop and go, you know what? I don't care about public service.
Yeah. Leave public service to me.
Leave public service to the public service workers.
Leave public service to the Boy Scouts, which is me.
I used to be a Boy Scout.
I'm an Eagle Scout.
You're an albatross rank?
Albatross rank. I guess that's one way to put it, but yes, I am an Eagle Scout. I earned my Eagle rank in 2014.
Hmm.
I still have the card that they gave me
I-
for it. And my uniform.
I never did any of that.
That we did with Boy Scouts, where we had like, I think it basically was that we just made slot cars.
Oh yeah,
Independent.
Pinewood Derby.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and it's like we got prizes depending on how well we made the car.
Yep. I never won in the actual races, but I always won a prize for my cars looking good.
I think my favorite thing was that like I would try to make an actual car,
Yeah.
but then I look at other cars, and it's just like people who also try to make like Formula One replicas.
Yeah.
But then on the opposite spectrum, there's a person that literally took a chunk of wood, put wheels through it.
There was always at least one brick. There was always one.
Then just set it off.
The sad part is that was a legitimately good car. Always.
God. It's like, wow, if I lose to that, I'm gonna feel bad for even putting effort into this.
Yeah. Like, I always beat the brick, mind you, but it always annoyed me that there was a brick and it did well.
I'm the winner as Rocket!
Rocky was reincarnated
My
as a
wooden
brick.
slot car that I spent 7 hours completing lost to a brick.
Don't worry, Yuri. I know how much you wanted to win, so I had the trophy engraved to you.
I don't even know what kind of messed up name you could put so you could say with Yuri.
Dipman?
I'm sorry, what?
First of all, ooh.
I don't know.
Hang on, what did you
That just
say?
came...
Second
What
of
did
all,
you
that
say?
would be surprising if anybody else knew what that was.
I'm sorry, what did you say though?
Dibman, which was my old YouTuber name.
Oh god.
That would be some shit if someone knew that account and decided that you were the same person as that person somehow and put two and two together.
I mean, it's possible. I did have a video on my original account back when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
That almost broke 1 million views just because so many people kept going back to it because of how terrible it was.
Impressive.
If I remember correctly,
Expensive, no.
the most views I remember it having was about like 700,460 views.
What the?
Even more funny. It was the last part of a top 25 I did, which only just touched on one boss.
Huh.
So it's like even more amusing to me. But like the other ones also had views, and me just not trying to let that stuff get me down. Just try to keep going. Just try to ride the wave, even if nobody else would come back.
Yep.
Okay, that was a guy speeding down the road on a moped.
Good.
Gotta watch my car. But yeah. So I had legitimately, because I was thinking about me possibly making that episode about me and my experiences with YouTube over the years. I went to my original channel. Guess when it was made?
2008.
Yes. Guess what month?
August
May.
Guess what day?
Today.
18th.
Unfortunately, no. It was the 14th. But god dang, it was like, wow, I missed my 10-year anniversary on YouTube.
Darn.
Yeah, that was a thing to see. Thing that was also weird to see. My cousin, who also had a YouTube channel around the same time, and still has a video that they made back then when we were all in like middle school. There's a video of them and me playing around in my backyard on my trampoline, and you can see me.
Whoa.
Like when I was 12.
Whoa.
That was weird.
Yeah, that's gotta be weird. Because I always feel weird when I
Whoa.
hear young me before my voice dropped. And I will never let you see it. Because I am very self-conscious.
I like that statement. I will never let you see it. We will never be close enough friends where I would show you something like that.
It's cringe, is the problem.
It's like that goddamn Alex Hirsch thing. It's just like, do you want to release the pilot to Gravity Falls? Oh, I hope not. That'll be like showing you pictures from my junior high years.
Okay, oh god! I just cleared that car in a jump. That was sick. If only this was a video, then I could get an instant replay on that, because that was sick as fuck.
Instant replay.
I mean, you could do stream highlights for your channel,
I could.
but that requires effort.
Yeah. And time. Time is a big factor.
I just realized that Oni follows you.
Yes, he does.
Wow, I just fun. My legs just gave out.
As I
Took
decided to
some time
check.
to do anything.
Yeah, I'm hosting you currently.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah. Your source is 800p, by the way.
800p.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a lot of p.
Mm.
Huh?
Yeah, what does the P stand for? Piss. We're gonna say you eat bags of piss.
Bags of milk.
Robbie LET24 says, "Sub, are you race?"
I race?
Are
Yes.
you race?
Yes, I are race. I are wit.
You know.
Oh,
wait,
oh shit.
With
Oh
sex.
shit. I know who that is. Fuck. I forgot that was tonight. Shit. I'm probably going to have to miss that because I'm in the middle of this. Oh,
Oh,
god damn
what
it!
is it?
Look
There
out!
was something. Well, was there something from Arcade Pit?
No. A friend of mine, Splash, was going to be doing a Sonic Generations race tonight, and I said I would be around, but fuck, completely forgot. Damn it.
You are a smart cookie.
Be quiet, you.
Smart cookie.
Now I'm hungry.
Same.
Alright, now for the restart. Because fucking
It
Lookout
reminds me-
brought the heavy artillery. Why'd you do that?
It reminds me of that button that Black Willy Wonka gave Nostalgia Critic.
Alright.
This is I'm a smarty.
Yep. Okay, now we're in position for the key code, so I swear to God, if someone ruins this, I'm punching them square in the dick.
What if they don't have one?
And I'll punch them where their dick would be.
But what if they don't have that?
If you don't have that, that's a problem.
You
What if
hear
they're
that,
like-
women? You're a problem.
If you don't have it and you're supposed to.
I didn't.
Where the heck is my contact? I know they're around here somewhere. Also, where's my car? Oh shit, where's my car? Oh god, the car didn't spawn. I need that.
So Caligula Overdose came out.
Oh, here we go. The contacts are here.
It seems good.
You here for the access codes?
Alright, access codes time.
Alright. When I get the all clear, we'll give you the codes. Can I get some
Now, Gamers Club, Best Buy's Gamers Club is officially closed.
that bang? That was you, right?
Shame for anybody who didn't get into that.
Oh no.
Which means that Shadow's gonna start buying less games now.
Good, he has too many.
Finally.
That man has like 500 games, half of which he doesn't play.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Oh great, the FBI!
Reminds me of that statement I said in my first stream when I was playing Mega Man Powered Up. Say, oh no, I killed Mega Man. Now the franchise is dead for good.
Oh,
Jacob
no.
just goes, finally!
Okay, now I gotta fight my way out of this situation. Crap. I didn't bring the good gun.
Weird to see how matter of fact people pull out weapons in this game.
Yep, they're just like, yeah, I got a gun. What of it? Oh shit, they're coming in through the third way.
The woman that just casually pulled out that rocket launcher.
Yep.
This is America.
This is America.
This is Los Santos.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.
I love how that song has like a beat that means you confuse it with many things.
Hello,
You-
Alex. I would like to take what is rap music for 500.
Okay.
No, but legitimately, like pretty much every single rap song.
Okay, she's got the
nowadays
briefcase. Let's get out of here.
Just has that sort of like beat to it.
Uh-oh.
What is the lighting engine doing
I
in
don't-
this scene?
I don't know. It like freaked out for a hot second. Okay, we gotta get to the cars quickly.
I'm still so like perplexed by this goddamn character customization thing because it's like every custom character looks off.
Get in. Let's go. Okay, let's get out of here. She's in an armored car. She'll be fine. We gotta get out of here. We'll meet them at the planning room. If they don't get here, well, that's their problem. You shouldn't have picked up the briefcase.
You should meet them at the old music room and form the Going Home Club.
What the fuck? This is not Doki
Help me, I'm in
Doki.
too deep. Help me, I'm in too deep.
Play a different game then.
This is not Doki Doki.
Well, I don't know what you're referencing.
He was talking about Caligula, which is the game he's been talking about a lot for the past 5 weeks.
He talks about a lot of things a lot for the past 5 weeks.
No, but Jacob especially has just been talking about Caligula. He only broke that earlier today when he had the rant about Idolish 7 and Crunchyroll being concerning individuals.
That rant about that thing that I have no
His thing-
idea about. So I was just
The
like, what the
Crunchyroll
heck are you
said-
talking
To
about?
me, it's like I feel bad, but it's also, but like it's just like it's Crunchyroll. I like considering how Kyoso Giga got sandbagged so hard that it took 3 years for that anime to get a publisher, and then even then they needed to spend another year to gauge interest so they could release that anime on Blu-ray even. And like I know a lot of people don't know about what Kyoso Giga is. Understandable, because that originally started as like a Nico Nico Doga like indie animation that got turned into a 10-episode anime.
Like the problem was the fact that at the when Idolish at the Crunchyroll Expo last year.
Why are we doing this? We're just attacking my car. And we brought Chrome with us too. Everyone's just attacking my car nonchalantly.
There was a video that had all the main seiyus.
Oh, there he is.
and,
Or there she is.
and they were like all really excited for it to be promoted in the West. And then after that, it was never heard again.
Hey, we got it. We got it in. Nice.
I'm just saying, like, I'm used to Crunchyroll not like promoting something that isn't popular. So hearing, hey, Crunchyroll's a bunch of dicks, like, yes, there's a reason I don't
advertise
sign
that.
up for their services. Because even then, none of that, like, they say, the money goes to the anime industry. No, the money goes to you so that you can buy out contracts to bigger and bigger anime so they can be exclusive on your streaming service. If you want to support it, you want to support an animation company and like the people behind it, buy the Blu-ray.
Yep.
That's the extent of what you can do. Buy the
Buy
game,
the CD
like,
tie-ins.
support the official release. Crunchyroll's not going to support anything besides their own pockets.
Yeah.
Yep. And now to wait for this thing to load because it takes 6 years.
Buy the CDs. Also, I'm still confused. Why is Caligula a shoujo anime? Because it's apparently, according to Crunchyroll, it's a shoujo anime.
No, no. Why does Netflix think that Shrek is actually, Cujo?
Do they actually?
Dude, have you not seen screen caps of people seeing like using Netflix and then like the description for the show or the movie is entirely swapped with something else by accident?
I actually have not.
Really?
I wish I had. I wish I had now.
Surprising to me because I see those
Like, the
pop up
only-
on Twitter every now and again.
Because the only one I've seen, it was like the Batter book accidentally ending up in like shows for like films that had representation, had sexual representation. So the joke became that the Batter book is a gay ally.
Do you say the Babadook?
Babadook?
The Babadook. Okay.
Babadook.
I was trying to figure
yeah.
out like what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Was I saying Babadook?
Yes,
Babadook? I don't remember what it is now.
the Babadook.
The Babadook, yeah. So that was in like
The
films for-
the movie that has that scene of why can't you be normal screams.
Ah!
Also, I watched that movie. That movie forgets what its rules are like in the last third, and that slightly annoys me.
Don't worry about that. JoJo does it all the time.
It's less noticeable in JoJo.
Yeah. I swear to God, Araki like knows a couple of scenes in his head, and then just does everything on the fly.
Okay, now to perpetually wait for a fourth person to join. Alternatively, I could just go to intermission and pick a different game, but I'm interested in this.
Oh yeah, Yuri, do you want to
there's
know
a
how
fourth.
they have I ranted about the what they did, how they did the Steins Gate Zero first episode?
Oh god, what?
Like, it's all good, but then there's the whole thing with the scene involving Leskinen giving the speech in English and then Maho translating. Do you want to know how they dubbed this?
I think you've brought this up before.
Okay, I probably have then.
Okay, take two insurgent
I don't
LAPDs.
really remember what it is.
Oh god, we gotta steal two things. This is gonna get interesting.
Well, when they did it, did it, they released a video along with the episode to show that they kept it the way it is to preserve the integrity of the original scene. Yes, by having Leskinen speak in perfect English and Maho talk in broken Japanese. But the scene focuses on Maho and her broken Japanese that you can't understand because it's supposed to be in English now.
What are you talking about?
Steins Gate Zero. There's
we're,
this.
we're talking about anime now.
Oh great, more stuff I can't possibly contribute to because I know nothing about it.
Anime and localization issues.
Ugh. Okay, where are we going? Oh shit, we're going to the quarry. This is gonna be painful.
So it kind of feels like being a mess.
Ooh, my max health went up. That's good.
Let's focus on the girl speaking in Japanese for the English version.
Word to your mother.
Why couldn't we just do that again? We could have.
Oh, shit.
Leskinen can speak Finnish. Just have him speak Finnish and then have Maho translate to English. You're done. It works. The scene keeps its integrity like you said you wanted it.
I hope this guy knows I hope this girl knows what she's doing driving my car.
What the fuck is that?
We don't know. We're not with you, Dick.
I thought you would have heard that very loud noise.
No.
I heard the noise, but I can't really discern what it is because it just sounds like a car sort of vehicle.
It
sort of
is
thing.
a street sweeper. Okay.
I don't think
That is
I've
a street
ever
sweeper on the
just
other
actually
side of the road.
street sweeper. I don't think I'm in a location where those are. That sentence could be worded better. I don't think I'm in a location where a street sweeper runs through at all.
Possible.
Very.
Because like I've never seen one, and I've never seen like the aftermath of one. Like every day, the streets just look the same unless they just like take them up and then pave them over again.
Yep, this guy does not know how to drive my car. Oh well. Good thing my car gets auto repaired at the end of this heist.
Driving cars.
And while they're busy messing around with my car, I can check stuff.
Darth Vader sucks.
Wow.
Oh yeah, also,
And I love you.
they took out which is Daru's essentially catchphrase, and becomes Suzuha's. And it's very important in Zero because it becomes Suzuha's. But now, Daru and they both of them don't say it. But it's important.
Also, can I just point out that I don't know if this was just like Twitch being weird or like Steam Labs just taking a while. But just recently a green bar appeared below like your stream that says Twitch affiliate, and it says 3468%.
No, that was me actually. That was me fiddling around with settings.
Okay.
So yeah, that was just entirely my doing.
I was about to be. I don't know if Twitch is just that slow.
Oh,
Streamlabs.
fuck. Damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have set this to hard difficulty. Oh well, doing it again.
I knew I should have gotten the turbo.
I knew I should have gotten the turbo.
I wish I understood that reference.
It's a SpongeBob thing.
Then just go watch SpongeBob.
I don't wish I understood that reference anymore.
Wow,
Damn.
how dare you? How dare you? Am I going to have to get the rock again?
What exactly
I've
is
been
the
in-
rock in this sentence?
It's a big, beautiful, bold rock. You know, the pioneers used to ride those babies for miles.
Okay, that's what we're going for. All right.
And it's in great shape.
I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are you going? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Where are you going?
I don't know. What am I doing?
When was the last time John made a video?
Several months.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm saying that, and I stop and realize, you know, I think the last JonTron video was
VR Troopers, or whatever. Or no,
yeah,
Exorcist.
VR Troopers.
Like, he always takes, like, huge gaps between videos, which, I guess, if he has to, more power to him, but it gets annoying sometimes.
Like he was getting better about that.
Oh, God.
Because like the last big gap between videos.
Was when he was, finishing up...
Honestly, it was either like the whole thing with Goosebumps, and then it took a while for like the Home Alone stuff and all that stuff to like kickstart,
And Starcade.
and like Starcade, and then like the months it took for him to get into like food games and like Titanic.
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 I would
So
play
it's that, like,
any game on earth.
PSA thing, the Disney bootlegs, Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf, Dark Dungeons, the Vanilla Ice, like all that stuff was like all close to like the flex tape thing.
Holy cow! Holy cow! A talking cat.
Yeah, talking cat. And
Morgana, what are you doing
Turducken
here?
and all that sort of stuff. That stuff was just like 6 months ago almost, and like it was consistent. But I think, yeah, it's been 4 months since VR Troopers. Granted, that's not like big gap, but usually there's been like a month gap at most between
Yeah.
like episodes. So
I wonder what he's either doing something big, something came up that he had to take care of, or he just got lazy.
it could be that.
Because laziness is always an option.
Yeah, that's yeah. Like I've made it like a big thing of just like I'm gonna try and do a video a week for this year. I already like have plans just like for like an update video for New Year's. It's like, well, I hoped everybody really enjoyed the fact that I managed to make a video for every single week of this year, because I am never doing that again.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's like it was cool. It's a nice thing. I really enjoyed the fact that I'm doing this so far, and like
Yeah, good on you for being organized like that. 'Cause I don't
Well-
think I could do that much.
I really like the fact that I'm still managing to do this. But the moment the year is over, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do 2 videos a month. That's it.
Good.
And then they're gonna be gapped.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually had plans for a video that I was gonna do. I was actually gonna do a discussion video on Kirby Star Allies and what I liked and disliked about it. But I'm not sure where I want to go with it.
Oh my god.
Wasn't like the last
Oh
editorial
my
you did
god.
about
I'm
Capcom
such a fucking
Marvel
idiot.
Infinite.
Yeah, and that
I
video
am
has like
such
500
a
views.
Fucking idiot.
What?
Wow.
What happened?
I forgot about something.
About what?
Remember the Nintendo Direct discussion?
Yeah, that thing that was like a while ago.
I'm
And
surprised
I'd
it-
done basically all of it.
Yeah, but like at this point, there's really no like.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ugh.
So yeah,
Could have had that out and been relevant. I was a fucking idiot.
But yeah, I've considered doing a video on Star Allies, but I don't know how I'd want to cover it, and I don't know if I want to do it in the same style I did for MVCI, because that was a completely like on-the-spot style to fit more just in line with ranting than it was with being professional.
yeah. You could like format it, where you like just go over like almost like you're doing a review. You know, just like go from one part to the next,
Yeah.
segment things. It's like, let's begin with the story. Onward to the gameplay.
I'm also,
Music,
I'm also
other
kind of
nitpicks
yeah.
and necessities.
I'm
Final
also,
thoughts.
I'm also kind of afraid because I have a lot I could talk about with Star Allies, and I don't want the video going overboard.
Yeah. So it's like it's good to keep like it's good to get all your thoughts out because like that's what makes them like your video that you have your personal thoughts out.
Yeah.
It's even better if you can get everything out and like have it flow well.
Yep.
But if there's some things that you're like you can't get to like flow correctly in the terms of the scripting process, it might be like in the better interest to just like cut it.
Yeah.
And if you and if not cut it, just remove it and then like phrase the sentence you're writing a different way. And like just see where it goes from there and then maybe bring it up at another point in time if
Yep.
you can.
Then again, also MVCI was completely like on the spot. I didn't have a script. I just rambled for 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
So I want to at least try
Honestly-
and have a script this time.
Honestly, it doesn't show.
Like if I'm passionate about something and I like think about it for like 10 seconds, I could probably form a decent argument. I think speech class in high school really helped with that, but it's not something that I can easily do all the time.
Yeah, and it's like when you talk to me, it seems like I'm like very effective in the way that I can have like thought about many things. Really, honestly, I feel like that's just because there's someone else here. When it comes to me like actually trying to say something off the top of my head, I'm not as good with that. Like I'm not as good with it if it's just me sitting in a chair and then going, I'm gonna record a video. So no, I can't. I can't really do that as much. It's like I tried to make it so that update videos were like unscripted, so it's like more free flowing almost, and almost probably didn't feel as stilted as it probably like comes through in those update videos.
Yeah.
But then it's just like it's not really me talking a lot, and it's me stumbling a lot, a bunch of even now. But yeah,
This is where the power of editing comes in.
yeah, but it's like it's even so, it's like it's me mumbling over stuff a lot and not really speaking clearly because it's like I'm thinking more about what I'm trying to say than what I'm actually saying.
Yeah, like if I am given a
don't do
specific
that.
topic, I just go nuts with the conversation because I can hold a conversation by myself pretty well.
I used to think I could.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
Hmm?
That means I
Like-
attacked myself.
And then
Fuck.
and then the Earth Nation attacked.
And Jacob's at war with himself.
Yep.
I'm at war with myself. Yeah, should I jump off this building?
No. 'Cause don't hurt yourself.
Gotta make it a worse. I don't jump off buildings except from like my own house.
Well, still, don't hurt yourself.
Because I can do that without hurting myself. That's the point.
Erica
There was a joke in
Hartzler and Ben Diskin made official sea salt ice cream with a sign that says sea salt popsicle. Perfect for your summer vacation since 2005.
Perfect for your what?
Summer
For
vacation.
your summer vacation since 2005.
Actually, I want to
I
test
get
it.
the
I want to test
very
the
best
theory.
part of that is that Ben Diskin voices Xehanort.
Mhm.
I want to test the theory. Give me a topic to ramble about. I want to see how long I can go without messing up.
Butts.
Visual novels. I'm kidding.
Do you really want me to ramble about butts? Because I can do that.
No. I think we got enough of that with the top 10 butts of 20. What the fuck, whatever.
That was still a great video.
Why did we get around to boobs? What happened?
I don't know.
I even think that script's done.
It is done. I don't know why we never got to it.
Okay, if
Well,
number
well, it's
one
obvious
on
why
that
we
list,
didn't get around to it this year because everybody else is doing April Fool's jokes.
Yeah.
if number one isn't Guts Pecs, you're doing it wrong because the guy it's got jiggle physics.
We
No,
wrote
in
this
the
back,
older
I feel like we
shows.
wrote this back at the end of 2016.
it was. And
And then
and
like,
number
we were going to make the list in 2017, but then we never did.
and the one-shot joke of Wombu showing up from Meanwhile in Chaotic Crusaders came back with him being number one, except it was also female him for some reason.
It was a female Wombo.
And we never figured out why we were doing that, but we just did. It was funny. But yeah, I'll be more.
I distinctly remember saying that there should be a gag, an opening gag, where it's like, okay, it has something to do with you throwing Shadow throwing a sandwich out a window,
Right.
and it hits you and go like, what the fuck? Ooh, meatball.
Yes, that's what happened because I was still on my meatballs marinara sub high. So we wanted it to be he needed to send a note to me, so he shoved it into a sandwich, threw it out the window. It somehow hit me back in Texas. I answered it after I ate the sandwich, and we started the list. And then we invited you along partway through the list.
Because if anyone's a good purveyor of butts, it's Yuri. Apparently.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Okay.
Which
Substitute the other. It doesn't actually change anything.
it actually does because I'm honestly not that big a fan of boobs.
That's a sentence.
I like butts on both genders, honestly, and
Okay,
boobs
you know what?
aren't really too much of a thing.
I mean, both guys and girls can have nice butts, but only girls can have nice breasts, typically.
Yeah.
I've yet to see a man with nice breasts.
Sono chino sadame.
But I'm gonna make this a bit more interesting. Give me a game to ramble about, and I'll see how long I can ramble for it.
Pokemon Coliseum.
I know why Gauntlet Dark Legacy was the first. I'm pretty sure you haven't played it.
I haven't played that, but I can ramble about Coliseum. Okay.
I was like, game sub is played. Coliseum. Okay, done.
Okay, like give me a 5-second countdown and I'll start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5.
God damn it!
Real quick while he's fooling around, I realized I apparently don't have the boobs list in my Google Drive anymore.
Odd.
So that's gonna have to get reposted so I can be back into that.
Alright,
Because I want to read through that again and see if
Yeah.
we need anything.
yeah, I'll repost it when the stream is over. But yeah, count down, Jacob, to 0 this time.
I can always squeeze in a 999 joke.
Mm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 0, 1.
I'll take that as a go then. Okay. So the thing about
Yeah, it's
Pokemon
good.
Coliseum that I personally really like is that, well, it's got a darker atmosphere compared to the rest of the series. The game takes place in the Ore region, which is based off Phoenix, Arizona, fun fact. And it's starring Wes, a former criminal member of Team Snag'em, this game's version of Team Rocket, because really they don't get anything done at all, who partly assists with the efforts of the actual organization, Cypher. We'll get into them in a few minutes, but Wes eventually decides he wants to turn over a new leaf one day, so he blows up his headquarters, steals the Snag machine for himself, and runs off. Like, that by itself is already a huge change of pace for the series, and it kind of makes me wish that we had another main series game that would do something that crazy, though that's not going to happen, let's be real. So the main gimmick of Coliseum is that it's all double battles and the Shadow Pokemon. Shadow Pokemon are Pokemon with the doors of their hearts sealed that are become merciless killing machines that will even attack people, even though they do that a whole one time unless they're in Hyper mode. I'll explain that in a minute as well. But yeah, your job is to capture Pokemon from other people, for the record. First time we get to do that, and only time outside of XD. So purify them and save the region. Alright, I'm done.
Sounds pretty good.
That was a good opening. What the frick?
I also stopped and, like, while you were describing, it's like it's got a darker vibe and it starts off in a like more bombastic way. I was like, wow. Pokemon Uranium tried to do the same thing and it fell on its face in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Coliseum did that and you were hooked immediately.
Coliseum did it, and it was fucking awesome.
I was like, God
Yeah,
damn,
Pokemon-
Pokemon Uranium's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Like,
Pokemon Uranium is not good in any way.
Like, that game wants to be the dark, serious entry in the series that all those edgy teenagers are gonna love.
Instead, it just
when they
instead
didn't play
it just
Coliseum.
ends.
that's
Instead,
why
it
it's like
ends
when
up
people
being the
were
Dark
like
Souls
complaining about like them like removing the game because you know Nintendo was trying to like keep track of their IPs and stuff with the whole like AM2R situation. Everybody's just like, oh fuck Nintendo, honestly, they're getting rid of one of the best Pokemon games probably ever made. It's like, have you played Uranium? I'm
And then
pretty sure if you did, you wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, because Uranium is no Coliseum. And Coliseum itself has problems, but I still love that game. Ow!
And in my opinion, XD fixes a lot of those problems.
It does. It
Okay.
fixes most of the problems.
As someone who has played Uranium, running at a normal frame rate, and Coliseum, running at about 10 frames per second,
Ow!
sometimes less,
Why were you playing on Dolphin?
sometimes less. It was the only way for me to play it, remember?
Look, if we ever meet up in real life, I'm bringing mini games, and Coliseum is now on that list as well.
And guess
I was
what?
gonna say,
Coliseum was...
honestly, to be fair, I would rather just try out. Well, first of all, I would buy a Wii, and like emulate GameCube games off of that before I like
And also,
go to Dolphin. But the other thing is just like, yeah, if you want to try and buy a copy of Coliseum nowadays, good luck with that.
If you go to Amazon, they're around $60-ish.
Oh, they've gone down in price.
I
They were like
think.
80 when I last checked.
It was last I checked, though that might have changed.
but to finish off my comparison, Coliseum running at about 10 FPS is a better game than Uranium.
Yeah.
As someone who played and beat both.
To be fair, it's like
It's also not an easy feat to beat Coliseum, because that was one of the hardest games in the series.
it's not an easy feat to beat Uranium. Like fuck, I just realized what Jacob just said there.
Uranium's just the wall of grinding.
Uranium is just, hey, let's just throw. Okay, at one point, Uranium thinks, you know what's good balancing? Double team.
Oh fuck.
You know, I'm impressed this car is not
is
blown up yet,
just-
because I've done some dumb shit with
Uranium
it.
is just grind in the background, do something else, and just grind in the background, so you can beat the shit out of someone else with your overpowered starter. Uranium, I felt like I went and used my starter for just way too long.
Yeah, in Coliseum,
didn't-
you
I
get
didn't-
2 starters, and you get to choose your playstyle in a sense.
And also, a lot of the time, like, a lot of the time I see people who play Coliseum, they don't even keep one of them.
Yeah, most people ditch the Umbreon. Which sucks, because I love Umbreon.
Yeah, fair.
I love
but it's like,
Umbreon.
some people are just like, Umbreon, you're cool and all. You're a special tank and all that, but kind of.
You don't really
Fortune-
need it. You
little
don't
bit
really need
better
a tank
than
at
me
that
right
point in
now.
the game. And by the time you need a tank again, you have Fortress, so yeah.
Ew, Fortress.
Fortress is great, how dare you?
Fortress is good.
Okay,
He's just not good at attacking,
okay.
which it doesn't need to be
Okay.
a tank.
I say that because, like, out of my gazillion playthroughs of Crystal, and I say gazillion because it was like, it and Pokemon Blue were my first Pokemon games.
Sir, you have
And I
not
played
seen
them
how
a
many
lot.
times I've beaten the champion in Crystal.
So I've beaten Crystal a stupid amount of times with a ridiculous variety of teams. I
kill
tried
Onixes
getting a
using
pine-
cut.
I tried to use Fortress. I gave up.
It's not that hard. Fortress was my ace in the hole to take down Lance when I replayed it on 3DS. Because I just kept blowing up on his Dragonites. It was hilarious.
Like, for me, that I get why you would do that, but for me that was like, remember that I play based around like rule of cool and doing things that should be kind of, or what I think is cool.
But
Which
explosions
means
are
just
cool.
blowing. Explosions are cool, but reviving the same Pokemon and making them faint repeatedly, that wasn't treating my Fortress with respect, man.
I guess. Alright.
I like how the topic of respect comes in, where it's like, I'm pretty sure the only way I beat Gary back in the day was making sure that there were at least 2 Pokemon up at the same time, getting in one hit, and making sure that goddamn fucking oh god, Gyarados was like out of the picture.
Fuck that Gyarados, man.
Oh,
I always had an electric type on hand just for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
jeez,
time
if we're
playing,
talking
you don't know
about
about
that-
that, so it's like you just go in with your your Rhydon,
Oh, jeez, like
your Charizard.
I
and,
just
like,
mashed.
2 other Pokemon, and then just throws out Gyarados and wipes out half your team.
Yep. Like, that's what happened to
Like,
Pro Jared during...
Zapdos, can you do anything? Zapdos died to Dragon.
Yeah, that's
to,
what...
to Twister.
That's what happened to Pro Jared
Really?
during his Fire Red Nuzlocke. When he was doing that, he had a full team all the way through the Elite Four, got to Blue, and like almost more than half of his team, I think, was taken down because of that Gyarados.
Gyarados is
Like you
Cynthia's
say all
Blue.
this.
Or like Wallace.
When I played Pokemon Blue, I took down records of like all the leaders' Pokemon and what levels they were and what Pokemon I'd used to modify to have in my team to best defeat them all.
I noticed that every champion in the first 5 gens has that one Pokemon,
Yep.
and more often than not, it's a water type.
Well, except for Alder, he didn't have one.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I thought about that for a second. It's just like, so wait, Milotic was the whole thing with Wallace.
Gyarados was the whole thing with Gary.
Gyarados is the whole thing with Gary.
I'm sorry, but that it's okay. That never was for me because firstly, in my main run of Blue, I had a Jolteon and a Zapdos.
Well, then yours was
Get
right
fucked,
on.
Gary.
Well, then yours was right on.
So get fucked, Gary.
Pulls,
Yeah,
out, pulls out a Rhydon immune to electric attacks. Oh, fuck.
I have a question about going back
He
to that
sends out a
Pokemon
Rhydon.
Yellow and
I have a
Green thing.
I have a
Yeah.
Gyarados
Sorry,
with
Green, the EV thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would put in green?
Probably?
Or do you
They
think they
No.
would just keep it with red and blue?
They did it for Fire Red and Leaf Green. I don't see why they wouldn't do it for Yellow.
she'll exist if she has to.
Another question.
Yes?
What's a region that you would want to see in Gen 8?
Like a location
Well,
based?
I should say, what region do you want, like, Gen 8 to take inspiration from?
Africa.
Okay, I've heard a lot of people say England.
Australia.
Because, like,
I've
we've
heard
got...
a lot of people say England, and
Subtlety, yeah.
I would probably dig that.
We've gotten to 1 region based off Europe, 4 regions based off Japan, 3 regions based off America. I think it's time that we get Africa.
I'm sorry. 3 regions based off America?
Ore, Alola, and Unova.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the,
I
la-
didn't
that, was
consider-
that was the thing I wanted to bring up during your discussion. I didn't know that Ore was based off of the Arizona.
Yeah, as someone who has been to Phoenix, Arizona, because I have family that lives there, like it is very easy to tell that that it was based off Phoenix because that place, it's a desert. Desert, and goddamn it, it's hot out there. Though, fun fact, the family that I have that lives out in Arizona used to have a giant, like, 10-foot tall cactus. That cactus fell over recently, like a few years ago, and they had to get rid of it. So they had to call in a truck to get rid of it. It took them like 10 trucks to get rid of it overall. It was a very big cactus.
Okay.
I don't know
I'm
why.
just sitting here, just
Okay.
like, how did you need that much for a 10-foot cactus? But then I realized, hold on, the cactus was also grow. It wouldn't just get taller; it would also like widen.
Yeah, it was a very thick cactus. Like
How much water was in it?
I don't know. I've only been to their place like once when I was like 5. Wait, what?
Can't you eat a cactus?
You can eat cactus fruit. Don't eat the cactus itself because that's a terrible
No,
idea.
but I mean like the white bit inside of it. I
You
feel like
can. Most people don't.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on like the cactus itself because it could be good. It could also be deadly.
Or it could
be good, or it could be poison.
Or it could make you hallucinate like Sokka in Avatar.
Drink cactus juice.
But he was hopped off on cactus juice, not specifically the part of cactus.
What are we doing out here in the middle of the ocean? That was the best part of them being stuck in the desert, just Sokka's fucking hallucinations. And,
Vinewood.
who was this?
Didn't realize that was the replacement for Hollywood in this game.
Yeah. Alright. What's up here?
What?
When do you want a Grand Theft Auto 6
Uh,
to come in this generation?
No. Wait for next gen, because you've got a lot of stuff here. I think they've done a lot with this game. You can milk this out for a while, but I want to see technology improve before you make the jump to the next game. Because I haven't seen enough of an improvement to justify a new GTA yet.
The thing is that like we can't really do anything else in terms of graphics. Games can't look any better than they do now.
Yeah. Like we're getting close to hitting that point where we can't improve the visual style anymore, which sucks.
To me, that doesn't suck. To me, that's like, okay, good. Now companies will stop spending $800 million on visuals alone and forget that they're making a game.
Instead, they'll focus on making them actually, look and play good. I'm just kidding. That's never gonna happen. We're always gonna have that one asshole company.
Now,
We blew
honestly,
our budget on a lamp.
I wish we went back to the PS3 era a bit.
Yeah.
It's like there were a few games here and there because there's always going to be that. But nowadays it's like half of the games that come out every year are either unfinished, have some sort of season pass to complete it,
or an open beta for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like I wish we were back in I wish we were back in around what number was it?
Just talk to anybody who's playing Destiny 2 right now, and they'll tell you they're not very Bungie.
I'm still I still say the best generation of consoles was either 6th or 7th generation. Because that was when 6th gen we had 4 companies at once, and that was when we got the most creative ideas. 7th gen was everyone was playing by their own rules, but everyone was experimenting as well.
We got more weird experiences out of Gen 6. But Gen 7 is when everybody realized what worked and started refining that while also having the extra money to do, like, other stuff.
Gen 8, everyone became a graphics whore.
Gen 8 is when it's just like graphics.
Except for
graphics,
Nintendo, who really wanted to try different things, but maybe went a bit overboard with that. Okay, not maybe, they did.
Here we are in.
Oh
Does Switch
God!
Does Switch count as Gen 9?
I count it as Gen 9 because
No.
because it's the successor to the Wii U.
Okay.
And because the PS4 and the Xbox One came out in 2014, so it's been 4 years or so, I count it.
Okay.
I
That
don't
makes
count
sense.
it because it's I call it like because of how like because of where we're getting with like technology and stuff.
Well,
I
it-
wouldn't really classify it in the same vein.
But
It
Nintendo
came out
doesn't
really
focus
early
on
now.
hardware power.
To me, I think it does count as Gen 9 because the Wii U did last for 5 years,
Yeah,
which
the
is
Wii-
the normal
Okay,
lifespan of a
okay.
console.
The Wii U lasted for 5
Okay,
years,
that-
and while it was not as powerful as the Xbox One or PS4, it was considered 8th
Or
generation.
successful.
Yeah.
Okay, I can follow that. I can follow the whole that other 5 year, but yeah, did last 5 years.
But yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to ask. Is like, is that considered Gen or... Oh god, which also means that like, whenever Sony wants to unveil their PS5 and the
Oh, no.
Xbox,
Oh boy, Persona 5!
when in the fuck is Xbox gonna name their next console?
The Xbox One X Xbox.
I swear to
No.
God.
No, they're gonna
I
call it
swear
the
to God.
I swear to
They're gonna
God,
call
I
it
will
the-
never buy your products, Microsoft. You continue to have shit names.
I will actively quit video games if that happens.
No, just quit
No,
Microsoft.
No, God.
No,
Just-
you know what they're gonna
Just
do,
quit
right?
Microsoft.
Real suffering is not yet known.
They're gonna
Only
call
the
it the X-
dead can have peace
no.
from this.
Anime is
No, you know
real,
what they-
consoles are not.
You know what they're gonna call it, right? The Xbox 2.
I'm gonna punch someone if that happens. Jacob twice.
Because like everybody thought, okay, we have the Xbox 360.
Like
It's
that.
gonna be the Xbox 720, the 1080, or like something along that naming scheme. No, we're just gonna call it the Xbox One. But that's what the original Xbox is referred to. Yeah, well now you're just gonna have to call it the Xbox Original.
The
or
OG
the Xbox Duke.
The
because it
OG
came with the Duke
Xbox.
or because it came with the Duke controller. Which no
It's
one
gonna be
liked.
It's gonna be the Xbox 2 because that lets people go. So we can't call the 360 the Xbox 2, can we? Given that was the second.
I don't
one?
think anyone called the
360.
360 the Xbox 2.
I
I
have
don't.
seen a lot.
I've
I have
never heard
actually
a
seen.
single person.
You're like the first person I've heard of to call it the Xbox 2, Jacob.
I have seen people call it the Xbox 2.
But have you
I
heard
could see,
people
I
call
could,
it the
the
Xbox
only
2?
console I can hear anybody saying that with could be the Wii U. So
Yeah.
is that Wii 2 everybody's been telling me about? Because at least then it's like, oh, okay, they just misheard the U as a 2.
Speaking of the Wii U, I actually went out and bought 2 games for it today.
Are they the 2 games that you should buy for a Wii U?
Well, that depends. What are the 2 games that I should buy?
Xenoblade X and Tokyo Mirage.
But I already own those games!
I didn't know that. So what did you buy? Game and Wario or something?
No, I bought Kirby Rainbow Curse.
Oh, nice.
Because I've always wanted to play it, but I never bought it for some reason. And because it annoyed me so much that I never got it, I got the original New Super Mario Bros. Because I have Luigi U, but not original Mario Bros. U.
Oh, okay.
And every time I looked for it, I would always find it packaged with Luigi U. And I was just like, no, I don't want 2 games in one when I already own one of those games.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Combo packs are a weird thing because as time goes on, they naturally get more expensive.
Yeah, and I also got annoyed because I was just like, I'm not buying another copy of Sonic 1. I don't need this.
Good luck finding a copy of the Wii U version of Bayonetta 2 that comes with one.
That's my version. In fact, that's what my sister and my mother's version are.
Yeah, but nowadays it's like, oh boy, I can't wait to pay $90 for this.
I got it for 30.
Christ.
All 3 times. 30.
Dang. Amazon's just weird then.
I find it in GameStop.
I can't find any real, like, copies of a lot of obscure things in GameStop.
Like, I always find a copy of Bayonetta 2. I always find at least one copy of Mario Bros. U. I don't find Xenoblade X very often. I find Wonderful 101 often. And I always find Smash Bros. At some point.
I know a game that you definitely won't find.
Devil's Third.
Yes.
Still looking for it.
You had like 8 copies of it.
I'm still looking for it because I need to play that game to find out if it was actually good. Because I don't know.
Like, mechanically and gameplay-wise, it's really fun. But it's just bogged down by technical issues.
Oh, that's
So like
unfortunate.
frame rate will like judder around sometimes.
Ooh. So this is gonna
And,
be
like,
like a this is gonna be like a Shadow Warrior 2013 thing where I think the game itself is good, but it has so many problems technically.
I guess I never played any of the Shadow Warrior games.
Shadow
but, like,
Warrior 2013 is a fun like little romp that's kind of like Doom 2016, and then it's a revamp of an old classic, but it's super glitchy and the frame rate is constantly jittering.
Well, it's not that like the frame rate's constantly jittering. When like you're in the fray and stuff, things run like smooth. But in some areas, when it's like loading the next spot, it will like dip to like 20 frames a second.
Oh, that's not good.
And then there's some delay with like texture loading. But besides that, like the game's like relatively like fine. There's no like glitches or any collision problems or anything like that. It's fundamentally good. It's just that it's bogged down with a few technical bugs.
I think like the few games for Wii U that I don't have already that I'm still looking for are Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which I think I'm just gonna get that on Wii U instead of on Switch. Game & Wario I considered, but I've tried a demo of it and I didn't like too many of the mini games.
Yeah, the problem was that everybody had with that game was that gamer was the only good part about it.
There were a few like neat ideas, but it wasn't enough to keep me interested. What
I
else?
feel like that could describe the Wii U. There was a couple of neat ideas, but nothing to really keep us waiting.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that and terrible marketing.
I'm almost. I'm.
If
Picture
there's
personality of
anything I
like.
can actively say I hate Nintendo for, I hate that trailer
Which
for the Wii U.
Yeah, that was a bad trailer.
That was
No,
actually
no.
the worst trailer I think I've ever seen to describe anything to anyone.
I don't know, man. That
Darn.
Mighty Number 9 trailer is still pretty bad.
Okay,
No, I said the Wii U's
Master
worst.
Yes, but that's mainly Deep Silver's problem, and Deep Silver's just a terrible publisher.
Yeah.
Deep Silver are the guys who like. Wait, no, that's Deep Silver are the guys who charge the who charge like extra cash than the game originally cost.
Deep Silver's
But
the
the
guy.
game originally cost.
Deep Silver are the guys who told the Killer is Dead devs, hey, put in these mini games where you get to, you know, do it with these girls that we found.
What?
Don't ask why, just do it. We'll pay you.
I'm actually getting.
Well,
Actually, I think I'm
actually,
getting
wait.
Deep Silver.
Actually, wait, hold on. That might have been Deep Silver, but that might have also just been Grasshopper Manufacturing.
I'm actually getting mixed up with Rising Star, who are
Yeah,
also
Deep,
Dex.
Deep Silver were the people that were behind the marketing and publishing for My Number 9. Yeah.
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 There's something I could say in one thing about Deep Silver is that they do not know how to market anything.
They don't know how to microwave anything either.
They don't, the microwave's been stuck on 20 the entire time.
Why'd you
How
put
would- how
tinfoil
would
in the
fix it?
microwave, you
Did
idiot?
Think about
Hang on, stick on
pressing
20.
stop to clear the time. Why would we stop the microwave? We want a microwave for a burrito, but we don't want a microwave for just 20 seconds. That would waste time. We're not microwaveologists, buddy.
Microwaveology, the study of microwaves.
Are you sure they aren't? Are you sure they're those people and not the guys who go, we can't use microwaves because they will give us they will infect us with radiation.
They'll give us autism.
They'll turn the frogs
They
gay.
will be those people.
They'll turn the frogs gay.
The microwaves cause autism and turn the frogs gay. The microwaves turn the frogs gay and give children autism.
Yeah, you just walk by Deep Silver, you just hear Alex Jones perpetually for 18 hours.
It turns out Alex Jones actually runs Deep Silver.
Oh my god, it all comes together. Actually, no, there is another thing Nintendo has done that was kind of stupid.
The virtual boy.
It's not as bad as the Wii U though.
In terms of marketing, I call
Really?
it Earthbound. This game stinks.
Oh, no!
That's fair. That's
That
fair.
that was bad, but like,
The problem is that like it's like ironic humor didn't really
Work.
work back in the day. So
Like, I can see
If
what
the
they were
game-
going for. They
if
were
the
going
game
for the
was-
90s attitude of people liking gross stuff. But it didn't work.
but
there's
the
also,
thing
there's
is like,
also just the
I'm
aspect, like,
pretty sure
there's
if
tons of people
someone like
nowadays just like this game sucks. Why would you buy? Even Austin Powers sold itself like that. It's like, why would you watch this movie? Go watch Star Wars.
Well, no, that was a sequel. It was just like, if you want to watch any movie this summer, watch Star
Watch
Wars.
Star
But if you want to watch
Wars.
two
But if you
movies
want-
this
but if
summer...
you have some extra money, go watch Austin Powers.
Yep. That was a great trailer. Like, self-deprecation is one thing, but just outright... The way they described it for Earthbound's advertising didn't seem self-deprecating. It seemed more just like, this game sucks.
yeah, if a game advertised itself now like that, people would probably pick it up.
Yeah, because it's just like, oh really? Now I'm gonna have to see what this game's about.
Yep.
Whereas, you know,
It's the same way where it's like there's games that come out nowadays. It's just like you totally can only do something nice to people in this game. It's like, yeah, right. Where's the cult ending?
We promise there's definitely nothing growing wrong, maybe, possibly, definitely bees.
We are definitely telling you that this dating sim about birds definitely doesn't have some dark conspiracy with a bird that harvests people's organs or something like that. No,
join
trust
the
me, you're
literature club.
no, trust me, you're just dating birds.
Join the literature club,
No.
please. Meet cute girls.
Would you
The
write your?
literature
Why don't you write your way into her heart?
But I'm already married.
Isn't that so? Isn't that real? Isn't that adorable?
Here's
already-
some waifus for your Steam library.
But I'm already married.
Oh God, can I point out something about Steam and visual novels real quick?
Yes.
Oh no, yeah, that whole.
Valve is being like. Valve is acting like a
dick.
Christian mother with
Oh,
fucking visual
no.
novels.
No. Yeah.
Like an
So
over
they've
conservative
basically
Christian
gone-
mother. They
Yeah,
if I
okay.
remember correctly, it's like they sent out a big mass, like, not really email, but just like a big mass thing, just like, hey, any of these visual novels that have like any sort of sexuality in them, you're gonna get purged unless you fix it.
Okay, but but then it's like, so this anime style, this animated character, this animated game that with characters who might have boobs, is awful. But here's this game where you can literally whip your dick out in front of people and try to sleep with people. It's 40% off. It's on the front page.
So wait a minute. You mean to tell me that Valve has basically dissolved into modern day Cartoon Network? Where they're-
God.
Where they're terrified of boobs and they don't want to show it to anyone?
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Also, didn't CN air a new show recently, Craig of the Creek or something?
Yeah, Craig of the Creek is gonna say the day.
Is that a good show?
It's
Uh-uh.
a smart, it's a
Cartoon Network.
smart show.
Ooh.
Is what I can basically say about it. It's like you watch that show and you think it's just going to be like kids and like kids humor. It's going to be almost like a replacement for Clarence. No, the people behind that show legitimately know what they're talking about.
Ooh, I like that.
I think my favorite bit is that there's a character that's into anime, but they don't just have them as like the stereotypical person that's into anime. There's literally like a good 2-minute discussion in one of the episodes where the character keeps talking about subs and how dubs ruin everything. and then how it's just like, yeah, but there was that anime you said the other time that had a really good dub and you preferred it over the sub. So what now? It's like, well, okay, maybe some dubs are fine.
Hey!
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, hold on a second. So somebody with a brain made this show.
Like I remember hearing that like 2 shows came out recently that I hadn't seen yet and I wanted to know about. They were like Craig of the Creek and Apple and Onion. I think it was the other one. I don't know.
I posted a clip of that like the of that show. That
Those
show's
are the
like
really
that
weird
show's
songs.
legitimately funny. I really dig that show. But I can understand that some people would find it like weird.
Oh, that's another show that was actually made on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Huh.
I posted like a video bit of that song where it's like them preparing for a party, but Apple then decides to buff up his head.
Oh, right.
And they have like a song sequence for it.
Right, I remember that.
Okay, so I just looked at it again. So originally it looked like they were just targeting H games and games that were like had that were censored for Steam and then had like separate patches.
Because I was about to say,
Like
you mean
uncensored
like
patches?
half of the
Half of them.
like visual novels even on it that they already asked to like remove everything related to nudity?
Yeah, but then there are like other titles that have like have they've had, like the companies talk to Steam to make sure that it's with all their guidelines, and now like, hey, we're gonna purge your game unless we do what can we do to fix this?
Take out everything that your game stands for. What?
No, sub, even better. We'll get it's you've got like a week to do this. Well, can you tell us what to do? We'll get back to you on that.
We'll get back to you on that in a week.
Fuck.
Okay, but like I went back to that tweet that you retweeted. Say, while Steam is purging any visual novel that suggests an anime woman may have a boob that she's willing to show you, House Party, a game in which you could show your dick to strangers while trying to hook up at a shitty college party, is 40% off. That wasn't the game I was thinking of. There's another game called Super Seducer.
Oh God.
There's also another game out there called Genital Jousting.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
But like my main thing with Super Seducer is that is a live action like FMB like Sega CD era type game that's literally just hitting on chicks and wanting to sleep with them.
Oh boy! One of my players for this
fuck?
heist showed up in a bathing suit. Oh boy.
I think the main character can whip his dick out like 5 times in that game. And it's like it's
Okay.
live action, nothing censored.
I don't know what point in the stream you guys are at, but this is a thing.
Right now we're at the like Humane Labs raid, which I'm gonna refresh my stream to see if like that will help.
Okay, yeah, cause we're now in the planning part of it where we're talking about what to do, and
Okay, yeah.
it's kind of weird seeing my team this time around.
Somebody's like naked with tattoos, I see.
Yep. All right, the EMP
So yeah,
section of the raid.
Steam is being the unconservative and
Inconsiderate prick.
Inconsistent
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, like they're
And then there was another post that Jacob tweeted about where it's like, hey, this game that's just like pointing out lesbianism and like delving into that and how people feel about that, purge it. We can't have that on our Christian web server.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Something different has shown up. What is this? Friends sent me. Ah, okay. A friend sent me a link to a poll asking me for my thoughts on what the best like designs of characters were throughout the ages in Street Fighter. Let's see: Sagat, Cody, Birdie, and Ibuki and Zangief. Has
Big
Zangief
shrug.
ever changed?
no.
He just got more muscles as the games went on, honestly.
Like, I know Ibuki changes. Cody is very different in 5. Sagat looks different, and honestly, looks great. I don't give a shit about Birdie.
Birdie also doesn't look really any different.
Yeah, Birdie just looks like the same fat asshole that he's always been.
A literal fat asshole just walking around on legs.
That's his character, by the way. He's fat.
Isn't there like an idle animation of him just taking out a giant donut and just scarfing it down?
That's his victory animation.
Oh wow, okay.
Like, one of his moves is him eating.
Can I just like... How do you have a bullet hair through your head and then also it just stays that way? How much hair gel is in that hair for it to stay that way?
7 buckets.
7 buckets. He
Man,
stole
that's more
everything.
than-
He stole all the olive oil from Hakan's factories.
What a dick.
Damn, that's more gel than that's more than Cloud uses.
Also, apparently, Birdie's idle animation consists of him picking his nose, pulling it out, and then flicking it at you and actually dealing damage.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say eating.
No, thank God.
It regens his health.
No, but he has a move that lets him eat a donut to gain some health back.
Much.
He also can drink some soda and throw a can down that slowly rolls towards you, and just throw a banana down as a trap.
Were we fighting a human being or Donkey Kong?
I don't know. I don't think Birdie qualifies as a human being.
Are we fighting Teddy?
I remember when we... Okay, Teddy's not even remotely that much of a slob.
Fair. He's not much of a slob, but then he throws the 3 TVs out and the barrels.
You're reaching
And
here,
Kentucky.
Jake.
I reach for the stuff. I'm reaching out for the truth.
Reach for the sky.
I was
You're
gonna
my
go for like.
favorite deputy. Also, yeah, Square Enix is now probably never gonna have any sort of press event ever again because some dude leaked like nearly everything about Kingdom Hearts 3 at that press event. But the good news is, they found him, they confiscated his phone, they kicked him out.
Good.
But yeah, if you just look up Kingdom Hearts 3, you could just find like pretty much all sorts of footage and screenshots from the Toy Story area.
Don't worry, guys. I'm driving in the most inconspicuous vehicle imaginable.
Also, do you want me to spoil this, or is like, do you want to just keep it under wraps?
Let's
It's
keep
Kingdom
that
Hearts 3.
under wraps. Let's keep that under wraps, honestly.
It's Kingdom Hearts 3. You've got to tell me.
I'll PM it to you, Jacob, if you want.
Okay.
But like, I don't know if this will apply to. I don't know if this will really apply to you. 'Cause I don't know how many Disney movies you have seen.
I've seen a bunch of Disney films.
Okay. Well.
Okay, let me check that. I actually thought we brought that up earlier, but okay. Wow,
Okay.
I'm sad. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing.
but that's a thing.
That's a thing with the stuff.
They spoiled how you get it too.
Why is Scruffy Turtles like the best artist?
Oh yeah. Scruffy is great.
Also, Scruffy experienced something earlier where it's like, yep, that's about what I thought was gonna happen.
About what?
He made a post that was like, it was like, man, it would be cool. Wouldn't it be cool if we could actually see Goro at the end of that bit where everybody's locked up in the Velvet Room? To which he went like 50 minutes later. It's like, guys, I get it, you hate him, but come on, he could give you Robin Hood or Loki. Wouldn't that have been cool, guys?
Yeah. Why
No,
did
it's
he?
like, I looked at
why-
the comments, just like, I don't feel sorry for him. He could rot for all I care. It's like, oh man, I'm glad
Wow.
he's dead. I wish he actually stayed dead. It's like,
What the
just
fuck?
everybody just like hates Goro.
What the fuck? Like,
All of Jacob's
Wow.
favorite characters either die or are considered hated.
oh, so Adachi's perfectly fine. But Goro. Yeah,
That's another
Adachi's
thing. Like people don't like Goro because quote unquote he's a shittier Adachi.
But he's not even an Adachi!
Why are you raising your voice, Jacob? There's no one here to argue
Because
with.
I'm raising my voice!
Please stop.
Emphasis.
I'm going to raise it more!
I will mute you.
Emphasis.
How could you do this?
I have the power. That's how. Also, my
Hey.
card completely does not work compared to their car. Their car is like all black. Mine is clearly a pimp mobile. I got the hot rod flames and everything.
God. But yeah, it's like
Ugh.
if there's
I
ever
just-
if there's ever been a character I've been more afraid to talk about, it's Goro.
Well, then just talk about Goro from Mortal Kombat. You'll be fine.
No.
Okay, but that's
Talk
not
about
gonna
the
make sense
superior-
if we're like if when I do reminiscing on Persona 5, and it's like, hey, gonna go in depth with all of the characters, and then I just skip Goro.
Man, I just can't believe that this four-armed fuckface killed that dude. Can you believe it?
I don't know why. I don't know why. But I was reminded of
No. What you have to do.
Lloyd reference to fucking SNK2 during Biofreaks. It's like, who invited these guys? I can't believe they let Mutilator enter the tournament.
No, Yuri, what you have to do is you.
Oh god.
What you have to do in regards to Persona 5 is you need to completely ignore that Goro exists.
No, I can't
Like-
do that. That'd be even worse, honestly.
No, you ignore he exists, and then mention like there is no eighth party member. What are you talking about? See,
Well,
they
that-
showed off all the party members in these trailers.
And then everyone will just instantly assume that he hates the character.
Okay, but Atlas seems to hate. I can't tell if Atlas love or hate the character because the guy directing the anime loves him to pieces. These DLC for the dancing game, but then when they had Goro in a trailer, they actually went and deleted that trailer later.
I think it's a sign that they're paranoid that they're going to spoil something, but at the same time they love the
Okay.
character so much they keep doing it.
Here's my problem with it. If you don't give them anything, that makes them more suspicious.
Yeah, that's the
And they
other
topped it
problem.
all off
Like,
with a
it's a
with
character
a-
that's on the box, and yet they don't get a trailer. They don't even have official artwork of them in like their Phantom attire.
I'll
The
get
only
I'll
official
get
artwork for Goro is him for P5 and him for dancing. Those are the only two
Oh.
bits of official art.
and
Yeah.
don't forget.
And they're both
don't
and they're both
forget-
him in his normal clothes. Not anything related to him when he's a Phantom Thief.
Oh yeah, it gets better. They released that whole little press thing where you can't, in which the please don't spoil the game, and then they ended up spoiling like the first two palaces. But then they also said, don't talk about the student investigator. You know, the other guy on the box who we haven't put a trailer out for, who's on the box.
And then also,
And-
Kyle, you wouldn't know this because you're not really into Atlas and stuff, but this was like a special thing because people were flipping all over the place on your screen.
Yep.
Like getting out of the boat seemed like the most intense thing ever with people just jittering everywhere. But yeah,
Wait.
Atlas,
Oh god, it
the-
caught up.
Atlas, because Persona 5 was such the big thing, it was in development for 3.5 years. It was finally coming to America after getting delayed twice. They wanted to make sure everybody got like the big treatment. So along with the trailers for all of the main characters and your party members, there was also an interview with then main guy at the time, John Harden, and he was interviewing the voice actors for the characters. Every main character gets a trailer and an interview with a voice actor, except Goro. John Harden
This was-
revealed that there was even an interview with Robbie Damon done. They have it. But not only around that time did John Harden end up leaving and get replaced by another dude who I don't even know, and pretty much every instance I've ever heard out of the Atlas Twitter with this guy has been like negative because he's been kind of a dick that just blocks people that even like have a general like question about anything relating to Goro.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
Because
asked.
it's just like, hey,
is there
John
any-
Hardin was saying this about like the Goro interview. I was wondering if you guys are gonna upload that. Dude later posted it's just like they blocked me. It's like
I got blocked as well. Like I asked about the Goro trailer, and I got blocked.
and it's like I got spoiled because there was a guy around the time the game came out in Japan that was just sending screen caps of the bad ending to that game. So I knew going into the game, I knew months before the game even came out that like he was a traitor. At
The
that point, I
cutscenes got
didn't care. I
dynamite
just
like
I
during the
just cared
preload.
about the character at that point. But even then, it seems like Atlas couldn't even allow us to even enjoy the character that much. Because we can't spoil the obvious thing.
We can't spoil the things so obvious.
First question. Persona 5's a year old now, right?
Yeah.
In Japan, yeah.
At this point,
And America, too. Because
Stop
it came out
trying-
in April of 2017.
at this
It's
point,
it's a year
stop
old.
trying to censor yourself, Atlas. It's out. It's been out. It's already everywhere. You can't stop it.
And there's also a thing of just like the whole thing just like don't stream past June. And then it's just like, are you
Yeah.
serious? Say, okay, don't stream past November. Otherwise we can't help you there. It's just like other people just started streaming either way because it's just like why are you asking people like really?
We're
You're gonna
not-
try and censor people from streaming a game?
They're not
Even
gonna
though
do that.
Streaming it in like order, so anybody who's watching would see what's going up to that point. What sense does that make? But then even still, Omega Revolution, a dude who does a lot of like boss videos.
Oh
well,
yeah,
like,
I've
Oh,
seen his
yeah.
stuff.
his channel got 2 strikes.
2 of them.
2 strikes because he like uploaded Persona 5 videos. He deleted all of them and then made a video just like, hey, so Atlas gave me 2 strikes and I don't want a 3rd one, so yeah, that's just gonna be not on the channel, I guess.
A
And it's
bunch
like,
of
for
channels.
fuck's sake. And then like channels
with
that
that.
uploaded the soundtrack, they got terminated. Channels that even just had anything related to it, and like anything related to like the last third of the game, like pretty much any upload for like rivers in the desert got deleted or like got a strike. Like channels got a strike. Streamers were getting banned, and it's like Atlas. I love you. You are a good company. Usually, you make wonderful games.
Mostly.
You were for the longest time what everybody regarded as the pinnacle of localization. And you're fucking it up.
You can't censor your players like that. Like, they could probably actually sue you for
Okay,
unfair censorship.
But you know what the very best part of this was? They decided to put the game on preload, like have the game be able to be preloaded in Japan, right? So the cutscenes were data mined before the game came out.
It didn't
People
because of
were
the way
making
that
shit posts.
because
People
of the way
were
that
making
the,
shitpost videos about this spoiler before the game was released in Japan.
like because of the way the files are oriented, like a lot of the videos were missing sound. But that honestly didn't matter at that point. Like people
It-
could
it-
still
it
just
doesn't-
see. People
Guess
could
what,
still
guys?
screen cap it. People could still edit it. It was out
It-
there. And like even again, even if somebody played the game for like 10 minutes, because the game is a media res,
Yeah.
because like the game is like, because the game is just, let me put it this way, the only way that you would not know that Goro is the traitor is if you weren't paying attention, especially in the one scene everybody talks about that's related to pancakes. And the reason that scene gets so much traction is because that scene is so fucking blatant that it's like, okay, so you've got to be the guy then. You've got to be the traitor. And that's the only thing
And
you're
then-
going to
and
think
it's
about
like-
through the entirety of the game, even.
Like, okay, so what has this guy done? This guy has been antagonistic with the cast. He's mentioned pancakes when only Persona users can hear the character who actually said pancakes. He's said that he only got his Persona a month ago when he actually joins you, despite that pancakes conversation happening almost a year ago. And yet he also blackmails his way onto the team. You know, blackmails as in threatens to expose the party to get into the team. And it's like, now you know one of these characters is going to be the traitor. Who
Well,
could it
well,
possibly be?
Let's count the ways. It can't be any female character because of the waifu elements of this game. It would absolutely not make any sense for a character that you're dating to then go, oh yeah, by the way, I'm the main villain. Fuck you. It would not make any sense. It can't be Ryuji, because why would it be? He's shown no sign of being antagonistic towards you whatsoever.
He's the first party member. Like, he's the first. Like, who cares about Morgana? He's the first human character who has been, who like, if there's no reason to her. He's the
It
buddy.
can't be Yusuke, because what reason would Yusuke have to try and like, what reason would Yusuke have for like antagonizing the Phantom Thief when like they helped him
And all he cares about is art. Like,
and like he's a weirdo? He like really cares about art and nothing else. Why does he care about like some big government conspiracy?
Yeah.
Why would it be Morgana? Who's half the game is wondering who he even is.
Why would I jump out of the plane? Well, I did.
I
was an
don't know why you jumped out of the plane.
That was an accident. I hit the wrong button.
It can't be like a social link. Because they don't even know anything about what you're talking about. They don't know what like metaverse and all this other type of stuff. They don't know about the supernatural aspects of the game. So really, it could only be Goro.
and then they decide to pull out their little like. It could have been cool in some aspects if like, you know, you knew this in the game, but guess what? Turns out the characters did know. No, they did know. And apparently that
Oh, yeah.
pancake scene in the game was enough to tip them off, even though how would you remember that one conversation you had 8 months ago?
I think the main thing that annoys me about
And they
P5
decide to hide scenes from you. Like,
yeah.
you now don't remember this scene because of the drugs. You're kidding me, right?
So the thing that happens is that while you're in a supernatural version of one of your targets, like world, you get like detained and incarcerated in that version of the world. In that version of the world, they were like the people in charge of that like police force and stuff, perfectly okay with drugging a child. And I say child, he's like your character's 17, but like he's underage, he's a minor. Perfectly okay with drugging him. So, well, if your main character's drugged and they're like kind of delirious and kind of, I can't really remember things too well.
Also, I apologize in advance to anyone who has vertigo, because I can easily do barrel rolls with this thing, so that might make someone motion sick.
But yeah, it's like you go through this whole thing and just like it's a media res, your character's drugged, they can't remember things as well. You know, go from there. In terms of story, the fact that your main character is drugged does not come up until the last third, where your main cast as well as the main character find out that Goro is like trying to set them up for something, and then actively go against Goro and like come up with some convoluted plan to try and make it seem like he won, but in not actuality, everybody made it out scot-free.
A
Yeah.
plan that is completely luck-based, that hides
I'm not even going to get into
information
the fact
from
that
the
how that
player.
plan is confusing and also wouldn't work, but let's not even get into that. I'm just like annoyed at the fact that it's like we actively like hide information from the player just so we can have this dumb immediate res thing, and we can have a big point, much like a Persona 4, where it's like, hey, seems like we're coming at a pretty big choice here. Pick the right thing, or else you get a bad ending.
Okay, so you just said like the scenes that involve the drugs don't occur till the last third. That'd say 66% of the way through is the end of the second part, is this end of the second third. The reveal would happen at essentially 70% in. You've still got like two major dungeons to go through. So the drugs aren't relevant.
Yeah, that's
Well then.
the drugs don't even like come up even after you've left. Like, you would think that being dosed by something would have effect on you, and like after the fact, and you'd just be like, hey, you should probably like sit down a bit. Like,
Oh shit.
like you've been drugged, man.
So I just want to point out,
Like, drink some water and like rest a bit. Look, none of that.
I just want to point out, I didn't realize the radio was on while I was doing this. Danger Zone was playing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, that was perfect.
So it's considering that you're playing, no, this isn't top fun. You're just doing a dogfight.
Yeah, the top fun is still great.
Yeah, top fun for the longest time actually didn't work.
Yeah.
Where missiles couldn't actually reach the people riding on bikes, so the only thing that could actually attack the people on motorspikes were kamikazeing or getting really precision shots with the machine gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, they don't bring up the whole drugs thing afterwards, because why would you need to bring it up ever again? I mean, even though we just brought it up constantly and it was the thing that almost killed the main character, fuck it. But the other thing is just like, after you've confronted Goro, and he has his heroic sacrifice scene.
Oh, come on!
Oh dang, that sounded bad.
Are you kidding me?
Did somebody snipe you? I ask because, like, you know, we're on a delay, so.
Wait for it.
I gotta wonder how, even how long. Oh god, I hate when it's like, I've been told that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
We were in the clear. How the fuck did you die?
For some reason I thought thought that's like, oh god, did you like get shot by something? Somebody accidentally like bump into you?
Did someone fly over the military base?
Did you get hit by something? It's like, no, too many people died. But yeah, the other thing is just like, after you've dealt with Goro, and like he has this heroic sacrifice and effectively dies for the rest of the game. Like, I recently replayed through like Persona 5 again. Goro is not mentioned once. After the whole scene with him.
Okay, he is mentioned right before he is
even a second. Goes.
This guy who was a celebrity, right, is mentioned a grand total of 2 times afterwards. Once when you're confronting the boss right after Goro has done his heroic sacrifice, and the second is after you've beaten the final boss, he's just mentioned offhand, oh yeah, Goro's gone missing. Huh. The dude was a celebrity. The guy constantly showed up on talk shows, and he just vanished. And no one ever commented on that.
And like, I get, like, some people would attribute that to, oh, that's because Yaldabaoth was no longer controlling everybody, so they just forgot about it.
Oh, bullshit.
Because apparently, Yaldabaoth was actually the main person that was, like, changing the cognition of everybody and, like, made it so they all believed, Shido's whole spiel. Yaldabaoth's even the reason why any of this even happened. Why all of those people that, like, the Phantom Thieves even went after were all corrupt, like, people. Were, like, super corrupt, and, like, nobody cared because, like, perception. But, God. Persona 5 is a good game, but man, does that story fall apart by the end.
That last third just falls to pieces.
And that's a shame. Honestly, it is.
Especially considering, because I love bringing this up, everyone's persona is a hero.
Oh god, we're going to this.
Except one of them. Here we go. So, main Goro, his persona is Robin Hood. Main characters, Arsène Lupin, gentleman thief. Everyone else is like someone who had something bad happen to them at some point, but they were like trying to do the right thing. So, Carmen, Captain Kidd. What was Yusuke's? I don't remember. It's Goemon. Yeah, Japanese Robin Hood.
Oh, the mystical ninja.
The mystical ninja Goemon.
Well, this part of the VOD is
You
going to be
know.
muted, but fuck it, I'm keeping on Danger Zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one character who was revealed in a trailer it was released in July. The game was released in September, July, August, September. So less than 3 months before release. Who's in that trailer has a wildly different description than they are in the main game. Also, their persona is Milady de Winter.
Who?
An antagonist from the Three Musketeers. In the Disney version of the film, the one that has Charlie Sheen, that is the most heroic version.
Why is
of
that
the
the best?
character?
Why is that the big thing you have to point out about the Three Musketeers? Oh, it had this actor that is a terrible person.
Because that was a notable actor. It had It also I just don't remember anyone else. I can't remember anyone else at the moment. So like to point out there was that time when he wasn't a terrible actor then.
Well, no, it's not that he's a terrible actor; it's that he's a terrible person.
Right.
The trailer was actually May 5th.
Yeah. Okay, May 5th,
I remember
May,
this
June,
distinctly
July,
'cause
August.
it was before E3.
Right, so it was less than 4 months before the game was released. And the most heroic version of Milady de Winter kills someone to take over an inheritance, and tells the main heroes about the main bad guy's plans, and then jumps off a cliff to die on the rocks below to redeem herself.
Wow, this actually worked. I actually landed the jet. Impressive.
Nice.
It wasn't the jet we had to deliver, but I still managed to land this damn jet. Nice.
The most heroic version of the character has a redemption equals death. And that is just very weird.
Meanwhile, the character it belongs to is this upbeat.
He's the
girl
sweetest,
that-
nicest person.
This upbeat floof girl that wants you to do your best.
Weren't personas supposed to reflect parts of yourself or something?
Yeah.
In terms of design, Milady has a mask, like, oh, she's wearing a mask. No.
Oh shit, my next heist is I have to go steal an attack helicopter.
Speaking of that whole like personas have like an effect or like are a bit of a like you know side of the character itself. I think my favorite detail that kind of gets overlooked just from the absurdity of it is the whole thing with Yusuke being super attached to those lobsters. Let me ask everybody a question. How did Goemon die?
Boiled up.
How
Oh
do
my
lobsters get
god. Holy shit, that's so cool.
And then-
That's horrible.
and then
Actually,
Jacob-
really
And then Jacob shit his pants with realization. Oh, wait, no, that's... Oh, never mind.
What's like, that's probably my most enjoyable, like, little detail. It's that Yusuke being super attached to the lobsters, because even if he doesn't realize it, there's some subconscious, like, aspect of him that feels bad for the lobsters possibly getting boiled alive, because Goemon was killed that way. So he doesn't want the lobsters to go through the same thing. But that scene gets, like, looked over, because why does Yusuke have 2 lobsters? Lol, he's so weird. Which, yeah, Yusuke's a weirdo, but there is, like, a bit of meticulation. It's late.
Yep. Also, just for reference as to how little Zangief has changed over the years, Control B.
But yeah, basically, Persona 5, best game of 2017, suck it near. I'm joking.
Breath of the Wild says hi.
I think like the most.
I'm just
the
tri-
only thing that happened is that from Street Fighter 2 onwards, his scars no longer have hair growing in them.
And he got buffer in Alpha, then lost the buff later.
He got buffer, which Alpha's supposed to be a prequel, so.
So that means he got less muscular as time went on.
That makes sense. You know, there's bodybuilders that as they get older, they lose that stuff that they had in their prime.
But let's not forget, Zangief has accomplished the incredible feat of breaking a sword by flexing on it.
Fair, but it's also just like he has spent a lot of time like training Armika, so maybe that's where some of that went.
A lot of time training her and just bear wrestling.
It's just like he passed off his bulk, her.
Passed off muscle power.
Mm-hmm.
That is his new thing in 5. He calls it muscle power.
Wow, that's weird.
Then again, he's also learned how to flex so hard his entire body turns red and he parries attacks.
It's like Bob and goddamn Tekken. Speed and weight.
That sounds more like Rufus. Fucking Rufus. How does he work?
Is Tekken is Street Fighter Cross Tekken just like not going to happen?
It's still, like, unknown what the status of that game is. Also, it's late. We've been going for about 3 hours, so soon to be 4 hours, so I think it's time that we call it a night, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch over to my Be Right Back screen when in reality we're actually going to be, well, closing out for the night. Any last words before we depart?
Just real quick, I do want to point out earlier I was talking about just suck it Nier and all that thing.
Yeah.
Nier outsold Persona 5.
Ouch!
So it's like, it's not even me going, it's not even, like, the statement, what year is it, wouldn't even be a good apt nature to represent how insane that is. I think the scene from Jimmy Neutron where it's like the scientists do just like, what kind of alternate universe have we entered?
Yep.
Because let me put it this way. Before Nier Automata, every single game that Yoko Taro made had great story and characters, but was fundamentally broken.
And now it has great gameplay.
Either there were technical bugs or the game just felt jank overall. No game Yoko Taro had his hands on, was both story well and also just, as a game well. In tier Nier Automata.
Also,
I don't know, and the thing, I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but the thing that I'm so happy about is Platinum's good for another 3 to 5 years.
Yep.
Because they were struggling a bit during that Wii U era and outsourced to all the
For those licensed games?
Yeah, all those licensed games and all that sort of thing, and they were losing money, and then the whole thing with Scalebound happened. It just seemed like they were Platinum might have actually faltered at one point.
And then they
they're good.
released Automata and everything turned out okay.
Everything's fine now, and I could not be more happier about that.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, that was my final bit about that. You close off your stream.
Alright. Thank you all so much for watching. Join us next week where I'm actually going to do something kind of special, but I don't want to spoil it, so I'm going to be keeping that a secret. Until next time, ice out.
Bye, everybody.